good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Osborne High School, home of the Atlanta Phoenix. Tonight, Week 8, the DC Divas are in the house versus our Atlanta Phoenix. Glad to have everybody with us here tonight. We have storms coming from the left, storms coming from the right, and it's total mass chaos. We'll take a moment of silence here for the Pledge of Allegiance, and we'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back and live and in action. We have a lot of technical issues out here. One is the rain coming in. The other is good old-fashioned technical difficulties. We're going to do our best to bring you a very cluttered view. We're going to do our best to commentate how things are going to go. So we hope that you stay with us. For those people that are already tuning in, we appreciate your involvement and enjoying this game. We are getting ready for the kickoff, and we'll go ahead and hand it over to my co-host, Coach Collins. Glad to have you with us here today, June 3rd, 2017, live at Osborne. Final game of the season. Spit and rain in the air. My anxiety is higher than a cat with a bunch of rocking chairs. I'll hand it over to you, Coach Collins. What's your thoughts? Who's kicking off? Who's receiving? Tell me what's going on.
Well, it looks like the Divas deferred in the first half and decided to kick off. I'll be interested to see how well we look in just special teams. I talk about that all the time, about how important special teams are, that most people don't take into account that it's 1/3 of the game. I think that we're going to need some big plays tonight on special teams.
Well, I know you had a lot of observation before the game started today, and we're getting that idea of watching these ladies warm up. We'll go into what DC Divas records are and what's just going to lead on to the next level of the playoffs, but definitely give us some insight of the players once the game gets started up of who's in there for the Phoenix. And coming off last week's victory, we definitely have had some injuries that could definitely change a little bit.
Yeah, right now you've got Ramia Smith, and that looks like Toombs. These black jerseys give me fits.
You hang in there, man. I'll give you free hugs if it doesn't rain.
But the two of them are deep tonight. We've had good return game last week against Carolina. We do have a common opponent in Carolina. They were able to beat Divas. The Divas were able to beat Carolina 41-26. So on paper, we're pretty evenly matched based upon common opponents.
Based on common opponents, exactly. We'd definitely like to see what's going to happen. As the music begins to blare, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're only going to have one camera angle for you tonight. And if I was to tell you how that camera angle is being brought to you, you would Just understand, life sometimes throws us curveballs.
Squib kick, fielded at about the 42, just going straight ahead. That's great field position.
Starting out right around the 47-yard line for the Atlanta Phoenix, going in on the DC Divas. You're exactly right. Nice way to start off the game.
That was number 36, Shawnee Irvin, on the return. I don't think she was expecting to return kicks tonight. But she did a great job, brought the ball out to about the 47 going in.
Now, I will tell everybody, if it does begin to rain, the only thing I can tell you is to hang in there. We might hang with it to a point. We definitely did not bring enough weather gear to cover things, and we are up here on top of Osborne. First and 10 for the Phoenix.
Doubles look, Longalay under center. Motion come across to the left-hand side. There's a snap. Quick pitch out to the right. Met quickly by 3 Divas.
Almost like watching the Atlanta Phoenix on defense as quickly as they were able to pursue to the ball on the left-hand side. Their flowing to the outside reminds me of the Atlanta Phoenix defense as well.
That was Myers on the carry. I was wondering where Toombs was, but I can see her down on the bench right there. She looks like she's getting wrapped up, maybe having a little ankle trouble.
Loss of 3 yards on the down. It gives it 2nd down and 13.
All right, just a pro right eye. Longalay under center again. Backers walked up. Give to Myers, off tackle. She's going to fight for about 3.
And out to number 33. She's tackled by number 44. 3-yard gain. 3rd down.
It's going to leave for a long 3rd down and 10 for the Phoenix. DC comes into the season, or the season's final game, 4-3. Those 3 losses are against top-rated tier opponents here in the Division I of the Women's Football Alliance. 3rd down and a long 9.
Slot left eye. Longalay under center. There's a snap. She fakes the off tackle. And she's going to throw an interception right there.
Picks it off, runs it all the way back up the sideline. She's looking for some type of lane down the side and was able to actually return it roughly about 20 yards all the way back to the 50-yard line, midfield for the Divas.
That's Eleni Kotsis on the interception there.
First pass of the game was a reception, but to the other team. Going the other direction, 1st and 10 for the Divas.
I'll be interested to see what the Divas defense offense looks like. I was looking up their numbers, and they're almost perfectly balanced run-pass, which typically, in my opinion, speaks to a well-coached team, a team that spreads the ball. So we'll see what our defense looks like without Carla Odom tonight.
It's always nice to see a team huddle up in a offensive huddle.
It's becoming a thing of the past, isn't it?
It really is. Once again, DC Divas are in white. The Atlanta Phoenix are in their black jerseys tonight.
DC comes out in a doubles look. In the gun, back offset to the left side. There's a snap.
Went for the interception. Was unable to make the play on the ball. Roughly about a 16-yard, 15-yard gain on the play of throw and catch. They are definitely leading a lot of categories when it comes to passing this year for the Divas. We'll go over some top rating passing, and what they average per game is definitely up there compared to the 52 yards that are averaged by the Atlanta Phoenix.
This is definitely 2 opposite ideas. We're running their pass.
1st and 10, ball on the 32 for DC.
Doubles look again. There's a snap. Quick handoff. Looks like zone to the left-hand side. Met quickly by the Phoenix. Saw Shields get up off that tackle. That's something that we'll see a lot tonight.
1-yard
Now, we will be rebroadcasting this game with a cleanup and sending the link back out. So if you get an opportunity and you're searching on YouTube, come Monday, we'll see another version that will allow us to cut in the different angles during the game. 2nd down and 9 for DC.
Doubles look again for DC in the gun. There's a snap. She drops, and that's kind of tossed up for grabs.
She is definitely hurt. Looked like she twisted her left knee and was doing everything in her power to block in front of that play right there. With that in mind, we will go to a quick little moment to give a shout out to our sponsors. Take it away, Coach Collins.
We'd like to thank Emory Sports Medicine Center, Cooper Global Chauffeur Transportation, Atlanta Women's Flag Football League, Dream Medical, Studville TV, the Lynn Lewis Foundation, and the ever-popular Hard Head Pushing Sportswear. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened right there. I thought that was going to be an interception, but the Phoenix DB went down. I'm trying to get a number right now. As Bo said earlier, she started wobbling on that knee, and she just went down. Knees are such a tricky thing. Sometimes, it doesn't look like anything, and it's just traumatic injury. Hopefully it's something they can work out here in the next few minutes and get her back out there. Okay. All right, she's up and moving. I'd get a number, but her jersey's all rolled up. All right, Congialdi in the gun for the Divas again. 3rd and long. Comes out in a doubles look. Big play right here. We need a stop. Phoenix line up. Look like they're playing straight man. Motion comes across to the right-hand side. There's a snap. Congialdi, it's leveled. That was Shields. Oh, my word. Yeah, she's wondering where she's at right now. They need to institute concussion protocol over there. Yeah, she almost walked the wrong way. What a play by Shields. Even if the ball had gotten off, we had good coverage right there. All right. The Divas come back up. They got a trips look, trips right. Congialdi and a pistol look. There's a snap. Congialdi drops. She looks a screen. Great play right there.
Number 4, tackle by number 49 for the Phoenix. The result of that play is a turnover on down. First down.
That's number 49, LaVonda Thompson on the play. She sniffed out the screen. I really thought that might go somewhere. Great play call, but the Phoenix was there and ready. See what the Phoenix can do with this second possession. Started looking like they might have a little something, and then Longley threw the interception. Kind of killed the drive. Phoenix need to get this run game going. Twins to the right-hand side in the stack. Eye backfield. Longley takes a snap. Gives the Cersei off tackle. She's fumbled the ball. It's scooped up. Number 10's got the ball for the Divas. She's moving. Longley tries to bring her down and is unable. That's going to be a touchdown for number 10. Safiatu Mojidi. But there is Landry on the ground. I'm pretty sure that's a face mask on the Phoenix. That's a block in the back.
Illegal block in the back.
Block in the back on the Divas.
DC Divas.
Well, that works out for us. The touchdown is negated. Looks like the Divas are going to have to start 1st and 10 from about the 25-yard line going in.
Will take over from the Atlanta Phoenix 25-yard line.
Phoenix just made a good defensive stand this last series. I expect the same this time. The Phoenix has got to get the turnovers under wraps, or it could make for a long evening. You can't keep putting your defense out there in a bad position. All right, the Divas come up to the line. Slot right look, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Traditional gun backfield. Congialdi with it back to each side. Gives on the ISO to the left. Brought down hard
On the tackle for the Phoenix
by number 49, LaVonda Thompson.
No gain on the run.
Second and 10 for the Divas. That's the way to start on 1st down. Divas break the huddle with the same formation. A slot look to the right-hand side, single receiver to the left side. Gun backfield. Congialdi waits on the snap. There's a snap. That's a false start on the left guard right there. She cheated. You can't start early. That's going to help us out. It's going to bring up 2nd and 15.
Against the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Yeah. As an offensive lineman, I fully understand they want to start early. Typically, the people on the other side of the ball are much quicker than you are. Congialdi comes from the sideline with the play. And they break the huddle. It's going to be the exact same formation. Slot to the right-hand side, single receiver to the left. Gun backfield. Congialdi awaits the snap. Sends the back to her right in motion. Stands up, fires it to her. It's quick screen. The ball goes through her hands. They blow it dead. I'm pretty sure that was a backward pass, but they blew it dead anyway.
That basketball's incomplete, intended for number 4. 3rd down.
So the Phoenix are holding strong. Big 3rd down play right here. Well, last time on 3rd down, the Divas pulled out a screen. They like the screens. Went to the quick screen just a minute ago. Had a traditional 2 lineman screen to the left side. Well, last time on 3rd down. Be interested to see what they do this time.
Roughly about 3rd and 15. Ball on the 30 for the Divas.
That same formation. Slot to the right, single receiver to the left, gun backfield. Congialdi sets up. Sends the back end motion to the right-hand side. There's a snap. Congialdi drops. Looks to the right.
Oh,
got a man
there.
open.
She's going to have to jump up. Oh.
Through the arms of number 4.
Coach Collins.
Deja Scott that dropped that ball.
Hardest catch to catch is when you're wide open, and she was wide open. They misjudged it on the defensive side of the ball. It's going to leave 4th down and 15 with the ball on the 30.
Yeah, that was the 8 ball sitting in the far pocket.
Oh,
Too
my
much
goodness.
Green. Yeah, we were there to make a play and just didn't. We definitely needed to jump right there. I don't know if we lost the ball, but she definitely lost the ball. And where I come from, if she drops the ball, that's good defense.
It was great defense. She was bobbing when she should have been weaving that Debo. 4th down and 15, ball on the 30. A lot of defense going on here tonight. I'm very impressed with the Atlanta Phoenix's defense being able to hold this passing game of the Divas
Okay.
in check.
The big receivers over here to the left side, number 86. I'm looking for them to go over here. She's a tall lady. They motion the back from the left side out to the left. There's a snap. Congialdi looks right.
Oh, that was a rifle.
What a pass.
What a pass.
Completed.
In motion. They had you faked out there, Coach Collins. On a 4th down and 15, ball on the 30, they connected on a 30-yard touchdown strike. Number 4 to number 85.
That's Katrina Wilson on the catch there.
Was it 85 or 86?
It was 85. 86 is the big tight end.
It's going to increase the first time we've seen a nice little throw and catch for that much distance. 10 minutes to go here in the first quarter, and we're going to try our first PAT.
Stephanie Yallis out for the kick. Decent snap. There's the hold. It's up, and it's good. 7-0 DC Divas.
Ladies and gentlemen, 10 minutes, 5 seconds remaining in the first quarter here.
So, ladies and gentlemen, with that, we'll go back and kind of give an opportunity to remind you, if you are very much interested in Women's Football Alliance, check them out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get an opportunity to know a little bit about the WFA. And if you're interested in ever starting a team by yourself, or let alone joining a team or helping sponsor a team, I know the ladies here in Georgia, the Atlanta Phoenix, would love to have you involved in any way possible. So step up and give out. Love to be able to have you. We'll have an opportunity to talk a little bit about potential playoff opponents over the game time. This is week 8, but everybody on the field tonight will advance to the next level, which is round 1 of the playoffs. The Phoenix will be on the road, so this is their last home game of the season. And based on my stress level, I'm happy to hear that. The Bugs have not settled down on us just yet, but they definitely enjoyed biting us last week, so we're hopefully that they won't do too much now. Getting ready for the kickoff with the Atlanta Phoenix down 7-0.
Nialis lines up for the kick for DC. Looks like Toombs and Smith are deep. Toombs takes the ball down the left hash. The right hash, sorry. She breaks to the middle. She's got some room. She's got some wheels.
Split them.
And she trucks a Diva waiting on her.
She did. She kicked in that diesel mode and trucked him. I know you commented to begin with there, Coach, about this being the same referee crew that existed last week on the third quarter that still is going on in some people's minds. But I was glad to see no block in the back on that play.
Yes, blocking the back does seem to be their favorite call.
And to having a wide open kickoff like that and we're able to go straight up the middle, that's some good head on helmets and being able to block and get ahead of the game. 1st and 10, ball on the 42. Another good field position start. Hopefully this won't begin with a turnover or end with a turnover.
All right, doubles look with a tight end to the left. Longley takes a snap from the gun. She's looking, throws to her right. We got a completion.
Feel like anything you can do, I can do better. We didn't fumble the ball nor intercept.
That's Shavala Jones on the reception.
2nd down and a long 5 for the Phoenix. Ball on the 38.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a great first down play. If you can get 5 yards on first down, that opens the playbook wide open.
It does. I enjoy the 2nd down and 5, 2nd down and 6. I just get excited about a 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, I'm chunking it.
I know you are there, Coach. I know you are.
All right, looks like Toombs in the backfield this time. Glad to see that. All right, tight end to the left, trips to the right, eye backfield, Longalay under center. There's a snap. Give off tackle to Toombs, and she's got some room.
Oh, put the head down, go for the stiff arm.
Man, what a great run.
All the way down to the 20-yard line.
The best they could do was push her out of bounds. That was their only shot, because she wasn't going down.
No, very well focused. I do smell rain. I'm just letting you know that. I do smell rain. 1st and 10, a ball on the 20, and we're driving. A great response to the 30-yard touchdown that we just witnessed by the DC Divas.
Don't jinx it, Bo. Let's get in first.
I didn't jinx. I didn't jinx.
All right, trips to the right-hand side, eye backfield, Longley under center. There's the give to Toombs off the left side. She cuts it back through the middle. It looks like she's going to pick up about 5 yards on the carry.
I'm thinking about 7 at this point. 7 yards on the carry, going to leave a 2nd down and 3.
Hand off to number 3,
I just can't see that far apparently.
It's all right.
But this is really, the difference in the two styles of offense. You have the Divas, which are pass oriented because they lead the league in being able to pass. Congialdi has got a gun, and then our Phoenix. We are a good old-fashioned running football team.
And it starts with those 5 ladies up front.
Oh, without a doubt. You can't say enough about them. Offset eye backfield. Longley under center, there's a snap. Give to looks like Toombs in the backfield off the right side. It's going to be slim to none right there.
They're going to say that she gained 1 yard. I'm a little confused by that, but hey, I'll take it.
Absolutely.
3rd down and 2.
Forward momentum.
Forward momentum.
God
bless Isaac Newton and that whole momentum thing.
Yes.
Do not look up.
Isaac Newton just get this huge black cloud over our heads to push across. That'd be great.
First sign of visible lightning. First warning.
And we have a visible lightning. Luckily, I'm on the highest point in the stadium.
And I'm wearing metal. So I like that.
Yes.
I'm wearing metal headsets, hoping for the best.
Sorry, kids, I don't even have really good life insurance.
Call me Ben Franklin. Show me a kite. 3rd down and 2.
There's the give.
Get in the hole.
No,
did not stay on our blocks.
No, that's blown up by the Divas. It looked like it was an ISO off the left side. No doing.
Now, if we do have a lightning delay, we might respond and kind of change around our environment. Please check back with us. They usually do about a 15-minute lightning delay to a 30-minute lightning delay. We will try to keep everything running accordingly. Atlanta Phoenix will be calling timeout for a 4th down and 5, ball on the 15-yard line.
Yeah, loss of 3 on that last play. What do you think about giving Williamson a shot right here?
To kick it, go for 3. Right now you don't want to, and I know they're considering that, and you want to come away with points, but really you want to come away with 7 points. I hate saying that.
I mean, I hear you. I'm with you. I'm a firm believer.
Because if you miss it,
field goals don't win football games.
No, and you're down 7-3. If it was the first points of the game, hey, let's rock and roll. But they've shown that they can throw and catch.
Which is scary, and the fact that we're in straight up man here, you're basically looking at a 50-50 shot most plays. Simply because we're just lined up, and the lady in front of you is the one you have. All right, the Phoenix come back out, 4th and 5. On the 15-yard line going in. Double tights. Offset eye. There's a snap. Give to Green right up the middle.
All right, Coach, you're going to need to explain that one to me. It was 4th down, correct?
Yeah, and now don't get me wrong, Green's a load, but
okay, you're going to get 5 yards on that play?
I'm not sure that.
It's hard, man. I mean, you're bunching all 11 individuals in one area. Didn't spread them out.
I come from a different school where we spread people out so that we can run the football. That's just our philosophy. I came from a place where we're borderline past to open the run.
And in many ways, you can really do that a great deal. And in this situation, I felt like you got a 4th down and 5. You come out of a timeout, and we're running this play. So it's a struggle. Maybe to the point that they didn't want to kick a field goal. They do have the wind. I'm going to go ahead and say 1st and 10, ball on the 15 for the Divas.
Slot right, gun. Congialdi sends number 4 to the left side in motion. There's a snap. Give on the zone, back around the right side. She's got the edge. She's got a little room, and she's caught and drugged down, but they're going to get her for a face mask.
She did everything she could to grab a hold of her and bring her down. And in that process, that's what happened.
If I'm not mistaken, that's number 55. Is that 55 on the carry right there?
For DC, that is correct.
She's listed as an offensive lineman. She's kind of a big gal.
She might have been 50.
Let's see.
Face mask against the defense, 5-yard penalty.
So incidental face mask, not a personal foul face mask.
Yeah,
Only 5 yards. Going to make it 2nd down and 1. Ball on the 24-yard line.
Every offensive coordinator in the world takes a shot right here.
And you got both big, long, and lanky receivers on the outside, 86 and 85.
Slot left, and they're so wide. Congialdi.
Oh, ball on the ground. Ball on the ground. That's what I like to see.
That was huge.
That's nice. Third down and about 7 with that fumble recovery by the Divas.
3rd and 9.
3rd and 9. They even rolled it back another 2.
Backward momentum. That's huge right there. But I tell you what, the Phoenix are doing good to have 2 turnovers and only give up 7 points. That's that's one of those things is turnovers are such a dagger in the heart so often. Your defense walks out there and it's just like, come on.
Well, now, shouldn't it be 3rd down?
It is 3rd down.
Okay.
The fact that Skippy over there doesn't know it's 3rd down.
And Skippy's wearing
he's also wearing Nike slides.
Everybody's got to represent. 3rd down now, Mr. Ref.
Slot left gun. Congialdi sends 4 in motion. The Phoenix adjusts. She looks to the right-hand side. Got a big receiver. Play come up and made quickly.
4th down and about 2-yard line.
4th and 2. I'm hoping they figure this out.
I could definitely think that they will go for it here.
It's 4th down. Are you serious? They don't know it's 4th down.
Please argue this.
They're saying it's 3rd down.
Maybe we're wrong. Maybe
face
mask that made that play over again. So, yeah. I thought it was after the play, so that's why they added it to it. It confused me.
Yep, my bad.
No, I understand that part.
Oh. Oh, come on. You got to blow the whistle for him to stop. It's your job.
All right there, Will Ferrell. That sounded like a good Will Ferrell interpretation. We are being surrounded by nice gray clouds here. As I was driving up today, I thought to myself, hey, we haven't had any type of rain. This has been nice, not hot. They're going to call offsides on. Should be offsides, but they're calling legal procedure. I jinxed our refs by saying everything was going hunky-dory.
They're so bad. Okay, I don't know. I know that we jumped the gun. However, it looked like they might be throwing a personal foul as well.
Offsides. Yeah, they're going to call personal foul.
You have to blow the whistle when someone is coming unevaded to the quarterback.
So it's going to be an additional 20 yards on the Phoenix. DC Divas went from a long 3rd down to a nice 1st down right now.
These guys are not doing us any favors.
No, not at this point. 4 minutes and some change left to go here in the 1st quarter. This is week 8 of Women's Football Alliance. Next week is round 1 of the playoffs. 1st and 10, ball on the 43-yard line for the Divas.
All right, here we go. Slot right. 2 receivers to the right. 1 split out wide to the left. Congialdi in the gun. A back to either side. Sends number 4 in motion to the left side. We adjust. She pops up. She looks.
Ball's floating.
She tosses one up in the air. Number 85 comes back to get it. She's got some room. Looks like she's going to make it down to about the 33-yard line.
Pass is complete to number 85. 1st down. Divas.
So that had pick written all over it.
It did.
She just hung that one up.
Well,
there.
The worst thing was the the DB was watching the receiver, not the quarterback. And in that situation, she couldn't break. The receiver was able to see it, and she broke on the ball.
It's just a good play.
The ball got caught in that air, and it just, I mean, there's
the
some
wind's,
nice.
wind's blowing pretty good.
It is.
Same formation. 2 receivers, a slot to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Congialdi in the gun with a back to either side. I'm expecting motion. And she sends number 4 in motion to the left. There's a snap. Congialdi gives number 50 around the edge.
Horse collar.
And she's brought down by Shields. And we thought it might be a horse collar, but maybe they said she was falling backwards, so it didn't actually change her direction.
6-yard loss.
I've had that argument before that it has to change the player's direction.
That was number 50 on the team.
That was number 50 on the carry. She is a big back, Whitney Sims. But we were not having any of that, and they suffer a 5-yard loss, which is something we need terribly right now.
So it's going to be 2nd down and roughly about 17 for the Divas. Now, we learned last time 3rd down and 15 was a touchdown. So we're hoping we're able to do some coverage right now. These DBs are definitely on point tonight.
Same formation. Congialdi drops. She looks left. It's a screen.
Oh!
It's a screen, and that's beyond the line of scrimmage. That is illegal man downfield, and they should call that. And
the ref was helping out.
Coach Montgomery agrees with me. I can hear him up here.
Yes, you can. He was asking, hey, that's an illegal person downfield.
Yeah. You can't be downfield blocking while the ball's in the air, especially if you're from the
offensive line. What are these rules that you keep bringing to us tonight there, Coach Collins? But, lightning is striking in certain areas around us, just a 4-1-1.
Phantom face mask over here is never going to see that. Slot left. Congialdi is the gun. Back to either side. There's a snap. She drops. She looks left.
Good pressure.
Run.
Good pressure.
And
got to lock it up.
She makes the best of a bad situation.
It's like we got an injured player on the field for the Phoenix.
We'll clean her up. Come on now. Get up. There you go.
She was just breathing. That's all she was. You know, there's better air down there.
There is.
There is. Better air on the ground than it is up in the air. You can actually get the best O2 I've ever had about 6 inches off the ground.
Oh, yeah. Just laying there evaluating, am I okay?
Oh.
You feel something that's weird, and you're like, am I all right?
I'm evaluating my AIO. Am I okay?
But you got to get up before they send somebody out there.
Yes.
That's kind of the rules. Slot left. Congialdi in the gun with the back to either side. Single receiver split out to the right. Motion comes across from the slot, coming to the right side. There's a snap. Congialdi looks left. She's going to let it fly. She's got a man.
Oh.
And it's going to be a touchdown. I think that's number 85.
Touchdown, Divas.
I know there's some frustration involved of when somebody is that athletically elevated over another person, and you almost want to just do pass interference and tackle the person.
That would have been my advice. That was London on the coverage. She's having a rough evening so far. I'm sure she's going to turn it on here in a minute, though.
13-0 going for the extra point.
Nialis on the kick, and she shanks it. We allow some pressure, and no good.
No good, ladies and gentlemen. Your score with 1 minute 10 seconds.
There's a flag on the play.
Here at Osborne Stadium.
It's like it's either going to be on the defense or the offense. That's my prognostication. It's either on the defense. I don't think they can flag themselves, meaning the refs.
They should.
They should. We got Foghorn and Leghorn over here. It is on the Phoenix.
It's open at this time. We have hot dogs, hamburgers, bratwurst sausage. We have Coca-Cola.
Bratwurst, they say.
We also have ice.
I'm a big fan of bratwurst.
I do enjoy that myself.
Don't so much like the knockwurst. Bratwurst, however,
Say hello to Ms. Baker down at the concession stand.
I think I'm going to wait for Dollar Holla prices, though.
Oh, I do enjoy some. I got $4 for that dollar holla prices.
Dollar Holla for the ride home.
I do believe we're going to get put under a lightning delay here shortly.
It definitely looks like, and it was Phantom Face Mask that threw the flag. Shocker. I call her Phantom Face Mask because last week there was a person that got a face mask that it didn't actually happen. Nialis lines up for the kick. There's a snap and a hold. She's got it up. I thought we were going to get that one. I really did. We had good pressure up the middle.
Re-kick. The extra point attempt is good. And with 1 minute 10 seconds remaining.
I'm pretty sure she made the first kick, did she not?
Stadium, your score.
Am I wrong there?
Yeah, she did. They just haven't added that extra point. I'm not going to blame them on that part. We'll go ahead and add 14-0. What you see on the screen, everybody, is the playoff breakdowns. As you can see, the blue is the National League. The red is the American League to your left. That is mostly on the Pacific side of the United States, left of the Mississippi for those geographically challenged folks. On the right-hand side, we do have the National Conference where our Atlanta Phoenix are located, and also the DC Divas as well. Looks like, as you can see on the breakdown, we'll be possibly playing on the road and rounds in the playoff first round next week, and should be a very interesting matchup to see who actually we see. If we win tonight, looks like we might head up to Pittsburgh. If we do lose, we might be heading back up to DC to take this team on again, meaning the DC Divas. 14-0, a minute left to go here in the first quarter.
Nialis kicks. It's another short kick. And it's fielded at about the 37-yard line, rumbling down the field. Trying to get a number real quick.
35 or 25? 35 it is.
Is that 35 or 36?
36. Great eyes on the blue and black jersey. All the way down to the 45-yard line. They didn't want anything to have to do with her.
Shawnee Irvin, that's her second return tonight.
Yes, she did. They keep throwing it. They keep kicking it. She'll keep catching it, taking it the other way.
That's the whole philosophy that if you kick it short, you end up with the same field position anyway.
I don't know about that. Because, I mean, that's a 20-yard return. She's averaged 20 yards every kickoff.
Yes, I guess they figured the people that are right there are not going to be able to rumble with the football.
They're definitely a load to take down, and that front line didn't want to have anything to do with that on the end. 1st and 10 for the Phoenix. Let's get us some score on the scoreboard.
Doubles look, Longalay in the gun with the back offset to her right side. There's a snap. It's on the ground. Longalay fields it and wisely throws it
We're going to have
in
to
an
throw
area.
a possible flag there. They're not going to throw it.
We dodged a bullet on that one.
We did because
she was not out of the pocket.
No, she was not. She was in the jeans pocket of the.
She was in the middle of the pocket.
Yes, she was what we call the cargo pocket.
You could not have been more in the pocket right there.
Unless she was in that little small pocket that's inside your regular pockets.
Like, is that for change? What is
either
that
for?
Or
a key.
A key.
I do believe it could be used for.
Because it's not big enough for like a pocket watch.
Oh, no, but you always find something to put in there. You're like, whoo, let me put this. Because I can find something to use for it later. 2nd down and 10.
All right, the Phoenix come out, and
the Whitecap is asking for the ball to be brought back.
Yes, I completely understand that. When they throw the ball to the right side, the wrong side, that makes me crazy. Because those balls cost, like our footballs cost like $90 a piece, and I get livid. Longalay waiting on the snap. There it is. She rolls left, getting lots of pressure, and she's going to be sacked.
Doing my best not to be negative and be upset with our line at this point. But we are definitely not able to hold out the Divas' defensive front.
That was Kira Robinson on the sack there. It seems that the right side of their defense, the left side of our offense, is the dominant one for them. I wouldn't think that it would be that way simply because most teams are right-handed.
But they are definitely bringing a great deal of pressure on that side.
3rd and about 19. Not a whole lot of plays for this one. Trips to the right-hand side, single receiver to the left. Longalay's going to go under center. Toombs in the ace backfield. what I would be expecting out of this formation would be a toss to the right-hand side to teams. That would be my guess.
Start of the second quarter here for the Divas versus the Phoenix. Go ahead and give a little shout out for us. What's one of your favorite shows to watch on YouTube there, Coach Collins?
Studville TV, Bo.
I can never get enough of Studville TV. When I turn on my YouTube channels and I think, hey, when's the next episode going to be on Studville TV? And I think about that. But I also think about, hey, I'm a woman and I want to play flag football. Where am I going to go, Coach Collins?
You know what? If padded football is not your thing, there is the Atlanta Women's Flag Football League.
The Atlanta Women's Flag Football. But I need to take a travel there. What am I going to take if I need to take a travel?
You know, if it was me and I needed a ride, I would definitely get hold of Cooper Global Chauffeur Transportation.
That's the only way to go is Cooper Global. I would agree. Thank you all for sponsoring.
If you go to football practice, travel in style.
You definitely have to travel in style. And don't forget to get your hard head pushing.
Sportswear.
When that happens. Heading into the second quarter. Thank you for your patience tonight. Only one camera angle tonight by Matthew Lee. Everything else, that's going to be it for us.
Well, that was close.
They're going to delay that. We're all heading out. That was a nice lightning strike.
Pretty sure I felt that one.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go on a nice little warning here.
Yeah, lightning hiatus.
Lightning hiatus. We'll pause for a moment of I wonder what's going to happen. They're going to be told to take in for a 30-minute delay. If we come back, for all that are listening, you're going to type in YouTube, and under YouTube you're going to search for Atlanta Phoenix versus DC Divas Part 2. It's only a 15-minute delay, so we're going to try to stay in here a little bit. If it starts raining, we will kind of get put on pause right now to begin with. So we'll be right back. Hang in there with us.
How many strikes is it? Four delays?
Attention, ladies and gentlemen. Attention, ladies and gentlemen. Could the visitors in the stands on the Diva side to come out of the stands and make their way over to the concrete seats on the other side, please? Once again, ladies and gentlemen, for the Divas sideline, please come over to the concrete seats over on the home team side.
Hey, look, it's you.
I need something here. Whatever you got me, I need it. I need you zoomed in so I can see something. Getting no signal.
Watch school.
Right now we don't have anything. this looks better than what we've had. So, hindsight, we probably should have went here first. Okay, I'm going to move it so you can see it. Okay? No, you're back over here. You're going to you can move around. Now we got to see if we can talk. Check 2, check 3. Check 2. Check 2. Check 3.
My bad, man. It does seem like they go in the hole right up underneath it.
And we're live back on the air. We're crazy here. It's total mass pandemonium. We had to switch around. Doodle all the day, daily doodles. It's crazy.
The old switcheroo.
The switcheroo is in effect. We'll see how everything plays out. Lightning Strike gave us a 15-minute delay. So if you've seen us and you've heard us, that means we're getting close to fun action here live at Osborne High School. It's a good game. Definitely don't want to see it end by no means. Coach Collins, talk to me about your weekend. How's your weekend going so far? We're going to just kind of talk about some random thoughts here, and then we'll get into some football here in just a minute.
Let's see, what's today, Saturday? Well, yesterday was good. Football practice, just hanging out. Then today, my father-in-law came over. My wife had a ton of home improvement projects.
Oh, do you enjoy those home improvement projects?
Which I have no interest in.
Can I share something with you there, Coach?
What's that?
Guess what I bought yesterday?
What'd you buy?
I bought a tool belt from Home Depot.
A tool belt, you say?
I did. And I was looking for a Tool Time Taylor shirt for Tool Time, and they did not sell them at Home Depot. I was very disappointed in that.
I imagine you can find one online.
And I'm going to search for those. I am going to search for those. It is second quarter. We are coming out of a lightning delay. It's about 5 minutes left to go. But ever since I moved into the new casa, the home improvements are definitely a must. So I got tired of constantly trying to figure out where my tape measure, screwdriver, and that thingamajig, what is that called? Oh, a hammer is. So I was like, hey. The best part was I was putting up pictures last night in the house about 9 o'clock, and my wife was doing a great job helping me, and I was looking for a stud. Now, I'm pointing at myself the whole time, and she didn't find humor in that, but I'm working through that. But I was knocking on the wall because you're supposed to hear the hollow, and I'm knocking, and she's looking at me like I know what I'm doing. And then finally I was like, nah, I'm just playing. I was like, I ain't got no clue. Let me go get the stud finder. And, so the look on her face was, she was like, oh. I was like, yeah, I have no clue what I'm doing. The best one, I was changing the shower head in the bathroom. And after the 7th try, I got it. It's that putty tape that goes around that. I just couldn't get it and the wife wanted a new shower head, so I got her a new shower head. But it's past my mental capacity sometimes, so it's always entertaining to see that. So what kind of home improvement projects did you have?
My father-in-law is like Mr. Fix-It.
Oh, I understand that.
And so what I did is I thought the most useful thing I can do, because typically I carry things and hand them to him. So I thought the most useful thing I could do is me and my boys, we loaded up and we left the house.
Where did you go?
Well, first, they love to wash the car.
Oh. Now, wash it meaning that you took them somewhere to wash it through a car wash because they like that?
Yeah, we like drive-through.
Oh, drive-through car wash. Okay, nice. I didn't know if you took them to the old, put a bunch of quarters in there and hose it down with the
no, because that ends up costing me like $20.
Yes.
Luckily, I have a deal with Tidal Wave.
Yeah.
Where I bought these tickets, and I paid like $10, and I get a $20 wash.
That's not bad at all. Not bad at all.
But we did that, and then we went to the ever-dreaded grocery store.
Oh. Is it rough with the boys to take them to the grocery store?
I have to make them stay in the buggy. So I have to go somewhere where I know they have the cool buggies. So I went to Publix on Eagles Landing.
So with the car where they're sitting inside the car up above you, correct?
It's a race car, right?
It's a race car, yes.
It's a race car. And it's got 2 steering wheels, so I put the 2 of them in there.
Do you ever do a hard left and just hit something to say Rubbin's Racing?
Usually towards the end.
if me and the family go, and I say that as in the wife goes with us, I do tap her back heels, and I explain to her that rubbing is racing, and she gets very upset, and then especially when the oldest goes, "Yeah, Mom, rubbing is racing," and
I have to try that.
I said, "My name is Cole Trickle." All right.
That's way better than Dick Trickle.
Do what?
That's way better than Dick Trickle.
Yeah.
That's a horrible name. Why did they name him that?
I have no clue.
And why
on
did
that.
they go by Richie or Rich or Ricky or something?
Oh, you know they always have that opportunity. We're going down a road we shouldn't go down, but I'm going to continue to go down that road because we have 2 minutes and some change left before we start back. But when you know, there was Dick Grayson. Okay, that was a fictional character from the Batman comics, but he had an opportunity to be called Richard Grayson, but he chose Dick. So I
mean, Richie, Ricky, that's like if my name was Bartholomew Jehoshaphat.
Can I call you Bart?
Nobody would call me BJ. Nobody. I would die before I let that be my nickname.
Yeah, you go with Bartholomew. Call it a day.
Bart, Barty, something.
Yeah, call me B.
Hosey.
Understood.
Anything. I've never understood people that adopt that as their name.
There was a couple of high school classmates that had those initials on that part. So, well, we're definitely looking forward to.
Particular?
Do what?
Did we go to school with a kid named BJ Holcomb?
We did, but I wasn't going to throw his name out. But I appreciate you doing it. Not that anybody would do that.
BJ, if you're listening, man, it's nothing personal.
It's Brian Joseph Holcomb, you know. So.
I just hate the nickname. That's
all. I understand that.
I like you, BJ. I always thought you were a funny guy.
Yeah, I couldn't name my son Bo Jr., you know. I mean, it just couldn't.
My dad always said a kid needs his own name.
I agree. I don't know how I feel about the juniors or the thirds or the seconds. I mean, I have my dad's name in my name, so I'm good with that.
Well, my dad's name was Franklin Sylvester.
God bless. Yes.
You know, I asked my grandmother
that
one time.
That is a man that is a worker right there. If you got Sylvester in that middle name, you're a worker.
I asked my grandmother one time when she was mad at him. Unfortunately for him, those are old family names, so.
Well, we're getting close to action. We're 30 seconds away. Of course, it's not going to rain anymore, but at least we're
right.
I mean, it's not.
No.
But we got from off the top. We relocated ourselves down inside the press box, so it's going to be a different view. We put our camera person on stilts, so hoping for the best here. And hopefully everybody else will do well. We get everybody spread out and enjoying tonight's atmosphere. It is 14-0. About to start this second quarter off. Once again, we are only on one camera angle tonight. We deeply apologize for that, but we had a couple of technical issues based on the owner and operator of Score Sports was not dealing with a full deck of cards. He only had 2 cards, and those were the instructions to how to play cards. So he did not have any other cards to play with, so he's giving you the best option he has at this point. So glad to have you with us. Getting started back here in the second quarter. Got Matthew Lee on our camera. Got Coach Collins, Adam Collins as my co-host. I'm Bo McMichael with Score Sports. This is Atlanta Phoenix. Thank you all for sponsoring us. This is Week 8, final regular season home game, final home game of the season. And we'll be on the road next week. Unfortunately, we will not be able to visit with them, so definitely keep in touch with Atlanta Phoenix on their Twitter page and be able to get everything you can to get information about how they turned out in the playoffs. On with the action we go.
All right. Third and about, what is that, 19?
Third and 19. Ball on the 46-yard line.
This is an interesting view. Chips to the right. Longalay in the gun with the back offset to her left-hand side. Moshi comes across from the right to the left. There's a snap. Longalay's looking left. Throws, swings it out to the back. She's got some room.
Takes it all the way down.
No, she's going to be about 10 short.
But she was able to get some good yardage right there.
But you know what? At this point, are you going to punt it?
No, you're not.
Looks like she picked up about 12.
And you run it again. It's fourth down and about a long 8 or a long 7
that was
and
a
a
great
short
play
8.
call.
Was. Especially coming out of the 15-minute lightning delay.
I'd have liked to have seen that one on that 4th and 5. And there's the rain.
Can I get a high five?
Yes, at least it rained.
All right. Either that or somebody is relieving themselves above us. I go with the rain. 4th and 7.
Trips to the left, backfield. There's
Another
the
pitch.
toss.
Get it on the ball.
Toombs, it's a one-hopper.
What are we going to call the flag?
And
Holding?
there's a flag. My guess is it's a block in the back, simply because that's their favorite. But the toss right there was ineffective. It bounced off the ground. Toombs was unable to handle it. It's going to be first down, DC. Looks like the penalty was on the Phoenix. My guess is holding. I didn't really see any signaling. This guy's not the world's best signaler.
First and 10 for the Divas. Ball's on the 44-yard line.
Need a defensive stand right here. Really can't afford to go down by 3.
Now, you go by 3 scores, 21-0 against the Divas. It's not going – and then you ask the question, okay, if they're playing this team again, at this point you play basic because you don't want to really give anything, nor do you want to get anybody hurt because you're going to be playing this team next week.
Right.
It's always very interesting when you're having to play teams back-to-back concerning the playoffs in any level.
Congiala in the gun. Sends motion out to the right side, throws to number 50. She catches the ball, and she's got a little room, but we track her down quickly for a gain of about 3.
I tell you one thing, if she could have hit that corner, goodness,
if
she would have been a
going
low.
north and south.
Right. They always wanted to go east and west, and I'm not seeing any positives, pros and cons on that.
That's Whitney Sims. DC's doing a really good job working the perimeter with their passing game.
I think they were prepared for that. You definitely, they've had enough footage on DC over the past 7 weeks to understand what they're going to play. It's just the old, you can X and O anybody to death, but if you do not tackle and do the fundamental things in a game, like cover your person, but also wrap up, that's the key.
Well, the second touchdown, we were in position to make a play, and we just didn't.
Second down, a long 8.
Slot left. Single receiver out to the right-hand side. Motion comes across.
Speed
sweep. Coming around the right
good
side. Looks
block
like she's
down.
got the edge. She's got some room. She's
Block in
pushing
the back,
outside.
call it.
They're not going to call the block in the back or the face mask.
Not going to call a block in the back. Nobody's in position to call the block in the back.
Big pickup, big first down for DC.
Phantom face mask was not able to call it.
That was number 80.
Mr. Ref, that was a bad call. Just giving my 10 cents worth.
That was number 83, Shaquanda Gainey on the carry. Well executed play. The quarterback's name is Congialdi. Pretty sure that's how you say it.
You couldn't tickle me enough for me to say that properly. I would kill it, and I would feel apologetic as the moment I did it. Now, getting on the sideline, I'd like to measure you up with number 86.
Yeah, she's a tall person. Motion comes across. Number 83 coming across to the left side.
Getting some pressure up front.
Quick swing out to the right side. Number 50's got the ball. And good defensive play. It says she is 6'4", 230 pounds.
Well, I am not that.
She looks like a
All
great
that,
tight end.
yes. Hopefully she plays basketball as well.
That would be my guess.
12 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. We did come out of a lightning delay, so if you're wondering why the second quarter is taking a little bit longer than usual, that is the reason. It's second down and roughly 10.
Congiala throws it out quick to the left side.
Got to wrap up. Good
Number
stiff
85
arm.
is able to throw off. Looks like London.
She's going to go down the sideline for the score.
And she's able to stay in bounds for a touchdown.
Touchdown, Divas.
You know, looking at it, I would be like, okay, somebody's got to cover number 86. But after 3 touchdowns, I would say number 85 is probably the person that we need to bracket.
It's even to the point that you have both of them to look at, and it's almost difficult to even consider bracketing. I mean,
that's Kentrina Wilson again on the catch, by the way.
She's got some speed,
definitely to the outside. That one stiff arm, if you're missing it, you're on that sole island by yourself and you miss that tackle and cannot wrap up.
Denales. There it is, and it's up and it's good.
21-0 here in the second quarter at Osborne High School. Atlanta Phoenix down to the DC Divas. It has definitely turned into a chess match at this point because these teams look like they're headed against each other in the postseason if certain things play in that direction.
From the sounds of things, it seems as if the fans are unhappy with some of the calls.
Well, it's definitely, I have a hard time with that last play that before the touchdown that I felt like it was a block in the back. Now, you could argue the helmet was across the face mask, so-and-so, but in this situation, it's definitely difficult to see why.
Well, throw both flags.
Yes. If you're going to throw one, throw the other. So we're going for the kickoff again. Third kickoff of the night for the Divas. This is the last home game of the season for Atlanta Phoenix. We'll be back here in 2018, raring to go. Looking for some exciting times laying out for us here with Women's Football Alliance.
Nialis lines up for the kick. And it's a squib. It's an onside. Bounces off. And they're going to recover it. I'm pretty sure that's Diva ball. Went right off the chest of one of her.
Yes,
one
the
of our
referee
front line.
is giving the direction to the Divas.
That is not going to help the situation.
Well, it almost felt like maybe they were baiting them a little bit for two pop-ups, so they're thinking that's going to be a third pop-up, and that was not the case.
That's actually a really good strategy. The little bloopers, and because she slows down to make the kick, and typically when a kicker slows down, your first thought is onside.
Right.
But if she kicks those bloopers, and then
You're thinking
like you
this,
said, you're thinking
turn your
blooper,
back.
and it's an onside,
And that's
and
what
it was
happened.
a good onside.
It was, especially from the recovery perspective. We do have a single camera angle tonight. We do not have multiple camera angles based on technical issues. We are still bringing the game to you in our best form possible. We have been able to clean up the view of it based on where we move to. 1st and 10 for the DC Divas on that recovery of the onside kick, ball on the 45.
Slot right, Congialdi brings motion across the formation to the left side. And
Going to call a legal procedure on the Divas.
pretty sure they're going to call that on the quarterback because she went forward.
She could have been doing the stanky leg, you know.
I thought maybe the whip or the nene.
Good call.
Both very popular.
Very, very much so. And it is being played on the loudspeaker every now and then, so I can
Yes,
see
yes.
how that happens.
I do feel the urge to dance.
I do.
Unfortunately, I am rhythmless, so I also can't carry a tune.
Well, I do enjoy a good splish splash.
Yes.
Yes, taking the bath, all about a Saturday night. Here we go, 1st and 15, ball on the 40.
Slot right. Congialdi brings motion across from the gun. There's a snap. She looks to her right, throws.
Is that going to be a live football?
Quickly
No.
brought down. That ball looked lateral at best, but they are calling it dead. I'm not sure if he knows how this works.
Well, I can see that she's been out of position a couple of times. But most importantly, you know, let's see where they spot it. If they spot it back, then you know that they are willing to acknowledge it, and the answer is no.
No, I'm not sure they know.
I do believe Whitecap is talking to Phantom Face Mask.
She probably doesn't know if it was backwards or not.
Balls go backwards. I thought they were just, I thought they were just footballs. The things we learn.
Yeah, you got to see stuff like that because that's huge. That's a 10, 15-yard loss.
I got a tool belt at Home Depot. That's all I can say. Another flag on the play.
Yeah, she's going to call offsides.
Please don't. Legal substitution on the defense. I'm okay with that.
Hey, that's way better than illegal participation.
Rice.
Hey, actually, good call there, Phantom Face Mask. That's one.
If we were playing, what is that game called? Hangman.
Yeah, you're still out.
Yeah.
For the love of Pete, let the game start.
I do have a lot of love for Pete.
Yeah, let's come stand over the ball. That seems like a great idea. 2nd 10.
21-0 here in the second quarter. Roughly about 11 minutes to go.
Slot left, Congialdi stands in the gun with the back to either side, sending motion to the left side. Looks, swings the ball to the left. Number 4's got it. She's moving. She's got some room down the sideline, and it's knocked out of bounds at about the 47-48.
Oh.
And it's getting a little festive over there on the other sideline.
Great blocking downfield by the Divas.
No, excellent perimeter blocking. Deja Scott, great run.
Get past that next, able to get past the first level is an amazing, especially on that type of quick screen.
I think this game is going to deteriorate soon. If
Well,
the Divas don't really
they
pick it
do
up.
have to play themselves again, so you don't want anybody to get thrown out. They are running the clock, even though the ball was out of bounds. It's 11 minutes and some change left to go in the second
Again,
quarter.
that's simply a rule of football. That's not that big a deal. Slot right look. 2 receivers to the right. One back by themselves to the left.
3rd and 2.
Congialdi in the gun brings motion from the right side. There's a snap. It's a give on an ISO.
Found some movement, but no. Wrap it up.
Yes, nice play.
Loss of about 2 yards on the play.
Oh, that's a terrible spot. I can't. She was trying to make a football move by going backwards. She is down back there. That's horrible. But a great play by the Atlanta Phoenix.
4th and about a long 3 for the Divas.
I'd be looking for one of those swing passes. They've had pretty good luck with that.
I want to give you some trivia during halftime. See how well you do.
Okay.
So get your thoughts on some Atlanta trivia. Figure out how good of an Atlanta you are.
Slot right. Congialdi in the gun. Back to either side.
A big play here. Big play. Going to call a delay of game. No illegal procedure.
I didn't see who jumped right there, but Matthew, did you catch a jump?
I can tell you it wasn't Matthew.
No, Matthew did not jump.
No, he is standing on 2 chairs trying to give us the best view possible. Unfortunately, I find that I just want to tickle him in situations like that.
Any chance we could get Brandon Stilts for like a different view of the sideline?
I doubt it. That'd
Have
be
him
nice.
walk around in stilts? That'd be amazing.
I could tell him the whole second half I'd like him to film on his knees and let him crawl around on his knees and watch his expression on his face. We got Brandon Bedford doing the sideline camera. We got Keith Austin doing the close-ups. Those will be edited in later. 4th and 7.
Slot left. Congialdi in the gun again. Back to either side. There's a snap. She drops. She looks right.
Oh, coming
She's got
right
a man,
out of the
and it's
break.
completed. And it's going to be a first down.
Coach.
And guess who
came
it is?
Right out of the break, number 85 for the Divas.
It is Sims yet again.
We talking about wonderful throw and catch by DC. She came out of her
I'm sorry,
break
Wilson.
ready to go.
That's Kentrina Wilson. I didn't mean to say Sims. Sims is number 50.
Well, Sims has been getting a lot of passes and the ball.
Yes.
But good job for giving a retract based on that we don't have anybody else to help us out.
One of the things that I saw just looking at the stats for the Divas was the number of first downs per game was just like 15.4 first downs per game, which really tells me they put together drives.
They do. And we're seeing that each time. It's not a long strike or a big run. Got to wrap up, ladies.
Tell you what, that's great blocking up front.
Got a hurt or an injured Phoenix on the field. Get a number, we'll give you a update.
Okay, she moved there for a second. I thought she might be out.
It's like number 55. Roughly about a 7-yard gain on the play.
Candy Chambers. down for the Phoenix. Yeah, but the first down thing, that's such a huge statistic. I think it really gets overlooked by a lot of people. But, you know, that is, I will not to take anything away from the Phoenix, because the Phoenix is just explosive.
They are, and they're able to take, I mean, not only on defense and offense, the takeaways throughout the year. I mean, we're averaging a certain amount of points throughout the year, which puts us up in that top tier. You know, the one thing that it's a little misleading from the Divas perspective, their 3 losses this year were against top-tier opponents. It was against one team twice and a second team that it was a close matchup all the way to the end. So you can know that they are battle-tested getting ready for this playoff run. And a lot of things, Atlanta has to get past this first round and not be one and done going into the 2018 season.
Looks like they're working on Chambers' shoulder on the sideline.
Could have caught a stinger on that hit.
Well, let's hope that's what it is.
It's a long season, and towards the end of the season like we are in Week 8, bodies have been definitely beaten up.
Slot right. Congialdi brings motion across from the right side. Brings it left. Stands in the gun. Takes a snap.
Get out
number
there.
50 around the edge. She's
trying
got
to
some
get
room.
to the
She's
corner.
got people in
She
front
got
of
the
her.
corner.
Surprisingly, she ran out of bounds.
I thought she was going to turn it up, and when she turned it up, I thought it was going to get nasty for a second. I got a little nervous.
She's really quick. I thought she was fixing to just trample one of the DBs.
I did on that far end. We didn't have good footage of it, but I was thinking it was going to be rough. But you know, one thing that I've noticed is that we are having a hard time getting off the field on third down. But the worst part about it is they consistently go for it on fourth down, and they're getting it. So by getting, you know, you're constantly out there for four downs no matter what, and it's just one after the other. These drives are getting put together, and the Phoenix defense is tired.
Yeah, they've been out there a long time.
1st and 10, timeout.
Looks like Coach Montgomery's
Atlanta.
going to take a timeout.
And with that, we'll take a little moment ourselves, throw up our sponsors. Coach, give us a little bit of insight on our sponsors.
Well, we'd like to thank Emory Sports Medicine Center, Cooper Global Chauffeur Transportation, the Atlanta Women's Flag Football League, Dream Medical, Studville TV, the Lynn Lewis Foundation, and the ever-popular Hardhead Pushing Sportswear.
Thank you all for supporting us this year, especially through 4 home games. Always very important, and also within the road as well. Very important to actually have that particular type of support.
Yes, and the music is going. I'll tell you what, the spirits in the stands are certainly not down.
It is. You know, the 15-minute delay all by itself going to tire them out just a little bit, but it definitely, you could tell some time in that already, just of
Yeah, the crowd didn't shrink.
no.
I almost think there's more people here now. All right. Looks like we're going to come out of the timeout. I mean, I agree with Coach Montgomery's decision right here. You got to call a timeout because you got to talk to them, let them catch their breath, get them some water, and say, you know, look, it's do or die right here.
Second down, or second quarter, with about 7 minutes and 37 seconds to go. It's a 1st down and 10, ball on the 21 for the Divas.
Slot right, there's a snap. Congialdi gives it straight ahead to number 50. It looks like she's going to pick up about 5. Just plowing ahead. Let's see the stats on her. That's Whitney Sims. She's listed at 5'2", 185. She is stout and surprisingly quick. Brings up about 2nd and 7 for the Divas. Ball currently at the Phoenix 19-yard line. Time for a stand right here. Slot right for the Divas. 2 receivers to the right, single to the left. Congialdi in the gun, back to either side. She takes a snap. It's a quick give around the right.
She's trying to get the corner.
Sims trying to get the corner. A nice, solid hit. I think that was Toombs that came up and made that hit.
She was going to make sure that even if she did get the corner, it was going to stop right there.
Huge play.
It's going to leave for about a 3rd down and 4.
That was a deep handoff, so it looked like she was getting somewhere, but you still have to get back to the line of scrimmage. Nice play by Toombs, really coming up and popping. Sims right there. I thought for sure she had the first down once she had the edge. I really think they need to change the inside leverage on that corner over there on number 85. Force Congialdi to great. Looks like a false start.
Legal procedure going to make it about a 4th and 10 now. I would get excited, but unfortunately the one thing we've seen is their ability to capitalize on long downed plays.
I really do think they should play number 85 inside leverage and make Congialdi make that fade throw or that fade stop throw as opposed to, in my opinion, giving up the slant.
Right.
Although the play she scored on a minute ago was a hitch. I mean, she's just apparently really good. Slot right again. Congialdi in the gun. Sends it back in motion to the right-hand side. Steps back, looks.
Pressure up front.
Oh, she's
Sends
able to
out.
escape. But there's Tenacious.
No. Oh, come on there, Mr. Ref. Thank you.
There you go. Thank you.
Thank you. It's a loss of down.
Indeed.
It's going to be 4th down and some change. We need a score here before the end of the half. Don't know if we're going to be able to put it together.
We just yet to have a big run. We haven't. Toombs has been spotty even in the game. I don't know if she's hurt and they're just trying to save her for defense or what's going on.
Based on the type of offense the Divas are bringing tonight, that wouldn't be a bad thought process.
I think I've seen her at wide out a few times.
Trying to move her around so she doesn't get keyed on.
Well,
we will take a.
Santa Claus doesn't know what he's doing, he says. That's got to be my favorite comment from the crowd tonight. One of the referees has a very long white beard, and some gentleman just said Santa Claus doesn't know what he's doing out there.
Santa Claus has been with us for quite a while. He was actually with us at Grady Stadium as well last year when we played in Atlanta.
You know, Santa's been around for quite some time.
He has. He's
actually
been
a very old legend.
Good call. Good call. Thank you for bringing reality to my thought process. Thank you.
If you'd like me to, I'd go through all the names that he's
known Popo
by.
Gijo, Père Noël, Bobo Natale. One of my favorite films, man.
Yes, hilarious.
I can quote that movie any chance I get.
The exact same
4th
formation.
And forever, but I feel like they still have an opportunity if they throw it to 85 or 86. We've got to get some pressure up front.
Where's 85?
It's on the left side.
There's a snap. Congialdi's looking. She comes back right. Gets hit as she throws. The ball's up in the air, and it's intercepted by Toombs. She's got wheels. She's coming down the left side. She's got some help. There's already a flag on the ground. She's brought down at about the 50.
What I'm concerned about is I felt like that there was some holding on the defense. And they're not going to call the hold, which I'm happy, but I was really thinking that they were going to call the hold on that play.
They haven't called a hold since I've been watching.
Right. And, I mean, that's an automatic first down, a defensive hold. So
is it still in pro football?
Yeah.
It in high school, it's just a distance now.
No, it's a 5.
Pass interference is
Automatic first down.
Not anymore, not in high school.
Oh, really? Nice.
They'll walk off the 15, but
Block in the back. They're going to just block it off. That's still going to be the ball for the Phoenix. We're just going to be starting right back around the 10 to 15-yard line from the spot of the foul.
yeah, the crowd's rather angry with the officials. Some unpleasant things being said.
There is, and we're up close. We're like right in front of them on that part, which I appreciate the energy. Good crowd out tonight to come out and support the Atlanta Phoenix's last home game. We don't have a holiday, so it's nice. We're not in the middle of April, which is even better. We're in June. It's June 3rd, 2017. Summer is here. 1st and 10 for the Phoenix.
Trips right, Longalay in the gun. Single back to her left side. There's a snap. Longalay looks right. She throws. Looks like Smith on the catch. She's got a little room. She's close to a first down right
Flag
there.
on the play. It's going to be something in that sense. I would almost say offsides on the defense based on referee's motion. Either that or she was pulling up her pants.
Yeah, one or the other.
Well, they're talking to the Blue Hats, so it will be against the Phoenix. Hopefully we'll take the pass from the throw and catch and not just go ahead and give us 5 yards.
Well, if it's me, the rest of the team's in the huddle. We're getting the play called, and we'll tell that person when we come out of the huddle.
Heck yeah.
Because when we come out, the clock's going to start.
I want to start very quick at 5 minutes and some change, heading into the halftime, down 21-0. They're going to say first down.
They're going to say first down. That means you need to move the chains.
Are you speaking different Englishes again?
Yes.
That
yes,
was
I am.
good. Minja.
Minja.
So if you just repeat several times over.
Trips left this time. Longalay in the gun.
Swinging
Same
it out
play.
there.
And that was dangerously close to a backwards pass.
But they're not going to call that.
No,
No.
that doesn't matter.
But she swung that thing, and it was a little bit of what was the name of the tight end for the Tennessee Titans? Was that Frank Reich? No, that's the quarterback. Who was the gentleman that threw the Nashville Miracle that brought the Tennessee Titans?
I don't watch enough pro football.
I was back in the 90s, man.
I was already mad.
You were already mad?
I was already mad.
Okay. 2nd down and 10 for the Phoenix.
Slot right, split backs. Longalay under center. There's a snap.
Handoff, got
Give
some
off
room.
the left side.
Got to go for the stiff.
Ooh.
She looked like she was limping right around the 30.
It's number 16. That's Smith on the carry. She looks a little gimpy coming out there. Okay, it's
third down and about 5.
Okay, I misread the clock. I didn't realize there were 5 minutes. I thought it had gone down to 54 seconds.
Yeah, that goalpost was a little tricky. We're in a different I spy.
There's a lot of stuff in my way now.
Just a little. We're closer to the hot dogs. That's what matters.
Yes. Slot right. Well, doubles look, sorry. Longalay in the gun with it back to her right side. Takes a snap. It's a low snap. She picks it up. She throws it out. She's got a man. And it's inside. Ball's thrown inside.
4th down and about 6. Down by 21. 4 minutes left to go in the first half.
Looks like they're going to punt it out.
First punt of the game for both teams.
Williamson coming in to kick. Really need to get this one out.
We will take some time off during halftime, run through our sponsors. Stay with us. Halftime is roughly about 15 minutes long, and we'll be right back with you. Hopefully we'll be able to
Decent snap. Williamson's able to field the ball. Barely gets it off.
that was a good old-fashioned knuckleball.
And I thought somebody was going to pull the Tyrann Matthew there. The honey badger, as they call him.
Touch it and go.
Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, change over on downs. 1st and 10 right around the 38-yard line for the Divas. Want to thank our sponsors for helping us out here in 2017. Go ahead, Coach Collins.
Emory Sports Medicine Center, Cooper Global Chauffeur Transportation, the Atlanta Women's Flag Football League, Dream Medical, Studville TV, the Lynn Lewis Foundation, and my favorite, Hardhead Pushing Sportswear.
Lynn Lewis will be celebrating their 10-year anniversary this year, their silver anniversary of their tournament. It'll be occurring in October. Keep your eyes out on the internet. We'll be having a promo coming about, giving us some insights on what's happening in the Lynn Lewis Foundation. 1st and 10 for the Divas. Ball's on the 34-yard line.
You guessed it. Slot right gun. Congialdi waits for the snap. There's a snap. She drops. She's looking right. She throws right to the big tight end, number 86, and it looks like she drops it.
Incomplete pass. Stops the clock right at the 4-minute mark.
She's huge, but she did not catch that ball.
And maybe we have found the kryptonite.
Yeah.
That she cannot catch it, but 85 can.
Yes, I would definitely worry about 85. And 86 is not running away from you.
No.
85, on the other hand, seems rather quick. The Divas changed it up this time. It's a slot left. Gun. Congialdi with the back to either side. There's a snap, and the back started early. And it doesn't matter because we met it early too. Pretty sure the back on the left side started before the ball snapped.
Roughly about a 5-yard loss on the play. 6 looks like they're going to be the mark all the way back to the 29-yard line. It's going to be a long 3rd down and 15. We have definitely hit a stalling point on both offenses.
More like 17. Skippy's having a tough time with the down marker.
Well, they threw the marker down. I'm going to go with a little bit even longer than 17. Almost a true 10-yard loss.
All right. Divas come out. Slot right. Congialdi in the gun with the back to either side. There's a snap. Congialdi drops. She looks to her left, throws it out. It's a screen pass, but sniffed out by the she breaks a tackle.
I'll tell you one thing. She broke that last one. She may be bumping her head on the goalpost. They brought that whole offensive line out to the left-hand side, and she had a wall of blockers. However, they were able to sneak in and cause disruption on the outside with the Phoenix. Going to leave a 4th down and about 12.
Nice tough run by Deja Scott to not have it be a huge loss. Think they're going to punt it this time? I mean, you got to punt right here, correct?
Well, I feel like in many ways they're going to be playing for the next 2 quarters. It's going to be nobody's going to show their hand. Everybody's getting ready for the playoffs next week. Unless you can turn around and get a score. Somebody just got thrown out of the game. Either that or she got blood on her. That's what it looks like. Something's wrong with the helmet. They felt like she needed to get off. They are going to punt the ball. We'll see how the special teams for the Divas handle this punt.
I mean, you got a pressure right here. You have to. So, okay, snap. Get it off. It's a low punt.
No return.
It's going to roll out of bounds.
Right around the 42-yard line, maybe even a little bit more. Nope. Looks like
if I'm DC, I'm just like, okay, the only thing you don't have to do is just don't give up a big play. Make them drive.
And we can drive for about 6 to 7 plays, and then we stall every time.
Well, the blocking has been tremendous at times, but it seems like when it has really been pivotal that we're just not getting it done. We can't get a hat on a hat.
No, but I will say the 3 touchdowns that we gave up were where we were just out athleticized. I don't think that's a proper
the
word.
one was a great throw. The
Yes,
other two,
that was a gun.
the play could have been made, and it just wasn't.
But when it comes down to two players, and bottom line is that's what's going to happen.
A wise old coach once told me it ain't the X's and O's, it's the Johnnies and Joes.
Yes.
And I
Or
guess
the
this would be
Jills
the
and
Jills
the
and
Janes.
Janes. The Jills and Janes. Yes.
First and 10 for the Phoenix. Ball on the 42. About 2 minutes left to go here in the first half.
I think we've gone empty. Longley in the gun. She looks left, throws it out. She's got Toombs in space.
That's
Toombs
what you wanted.
trucks the first person.
All the way down to about the 40-yard line.
That's such a tricky spot. I really
Flag
thought.
on the play.
Are you kidding me? Please let it be roughing the passer.
Nope, it's going to be holding on the offense.
Oh, jeez. Yep.
Biscuits and coffee, they say. Biscuits and coffee.
She's saying 51.
I was never a fan when they wanted to call the lineman's number out, being an old offensive lineman. I'm like, sir, I will give you an extra 5 spot if you do not say it's number 58 on the hold.
So one of the few times I ever had my name called.
Was a penalty.
Yeah. Nose guard will occasionally make a tackle.
Occasionally. I jumped off sides twice on the defensive line consecutively. And, that was a good day for me. Good day indeed.
Empty again. We're trying to spread them out. Toombs comes in motion across on speed sweep.
She's going to be a little bit tired of that run on the swing, but she is still able to find about 5.
Oh, come on.
They're going to have a hard time ending this second quarter with another flag on the play.
Looks like that's going to be the call, is holding.
So we went ahead for a nice long run. Started on the 42-yard line. Had a nice throw and catch. Looked like we were heading down on the opposite end of the 40. And now they're going to decline it. Going to lead to second down and roughly 21 yards to go. Ball on the 30.
It's an interesting call to decline it. Because it's 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Well, 10 yards, but then they're repeating first down. And right now, we do not have big play capabilities.
Yeah, we've yet to see one of the big runs like we're used to.
Well, this defense is very concentrated on speed and proper tackling from the Divas.
Pistol backfield, slot left. Longley throws the ball on the ground. Looks like she lost the handle right there. It was a low snap. She's been fielding low snaps most of the evening.
Timeout, DC. Third down. They're looking to add to the score by calling timeout.
It's good clock management.
Well, especially leaving third down. They still got one more on the in the pocket.
I think that's their first time out of the half. All right. Come on, ladies. Let's pull it together right here.
Another reminder, playoffs start next week. As you see on your screen, national teams are located on the right. The American League teams are located on the left. Glad to make sure that you keep in and get that support and be able to pay attention. Looks like we're going to be possibly heading in the direction of playing the DC Divas again unless the score changes, mainly for the fact that the Divas beat the Pittsburgh Passion this past week, and the seeding could change. Then again, they could be heading up to Pittsburgh. It's really up in the air at this point.
Well, this game is certainly not out of reach.
No, and no telling if the Passion will have won their game or not. And so it's all about the strength of schedule at this point. Because they are shutting out the Phoenix right now, that says a lot about the Divas defense and is going to give them some extra points for definitely a goose egg. So we need to get some points on the board. Timeout.
There you go. She tried to signal it the right way.
She did.
I think
From
that's
us.
our last time out.
Social media perspective, make sure that you check out on Facebook Women's Football Alliance, also on Instagram and Twitter. Never can get enough of knowing a little bit more about Women's Football Alliance. Get the ideas of what the championship and where it's going to take place. Glad to be able to bring the Divas and the Phoenix to you here tonight. I'm Bo McMichael with Score Sports. This is Atlanta Phoenix football. Thank you all for your sponsors this past year. It's always helpful. We are in the second quarter, closing in on halftime, less than a minute to go before halftime. The Divas are 4-3. The 6-1 Phoenix of Atlanta are down 21-0.
Phoenix in a doubles look with the tight end on the left side. There's a snap. Longalay looks left. She's got a man down the middle. Nice defensive play. Broken up by number 10 for the Divas.
Fourth down was a incomplete pass that would stop the clock. Flag on the play. Another long night here at Osborne High School. Getting our money's worth tonight. Had a 15-minute rain delay halfway through the second quarter. Had to change locations, which actually probably turned out to our best. Improved our quality of our screen based on some technical issues we had. So it looks like a face mask. It's going to be an automatic first down. Oh, holding. It should be an automatic first down, only a 5-yard penalty. If it's called correctly. Okay, once again, it's not being called correctly, but it should be a first down.
Shocker.
I'm very confused. If it's defensive pass holding and we're running professional rules, it should be an automatic first down. I know nothing, and that's all I can say at this point.
You and Schultze.
What?
You and Schultze.
All right, there, Colonel Klink. I know nothing.
Doubles again. Two split out to the right side. Tight end to the left. There's the throw. And swept at by the tight end.
Once again, another incomplete pass. We'll stop the clock with 34 seconds left to go in the half. The Divas definitely want another opportunity to throw it deep here at Osborne High School. Home of the Cardinals. Thank you so much, Osborne, for lending your field to the Atlanta Phoenix over this 2017 football season. Hope to be able to come back here next year as well. Definitely a better environment than Grady.
The sun.
And the sun was cooking us.
And parking.
Yes, parking and the sun. Let alone sometimes the drive into Atlanta. She's offsides.
Yeah, you can't do that.
It's going to be 5 yards.
I think some of the people were confused about what was going to happen.
That's a hard word to say, encroachment. It almost just feels like offsides. Encroachment feels like, oh, maybe I did it, maybe I didn't.
Williamson fields the snap. There's the kick. It's a high spiraling kick. It drops at about the 40-yard line, and it's going to roll.
All the way down to about the 22-yard line. It'll take a lot off the clock, all the way down to 23 seconds here in the second quarter.
Somebody please find number 85.
Well, we know we're going to probably get about 2 or 3 passes deep.
If she shakes a tackle, they've got to play a safety over the top of her too. They've been playing man. I saw they changed a few minutes ago where they went ahead and dropped a safety. But you got to Slide a linebacker out. Do what you got to do. Don't let her beat you. Make them go somewhere else. That's all. That's always my thing.
Right.
And in my little experience coaching, my thing was always try to take away what's most important to them and then let them win
Veer them
some
off
other
course just a little.
Yeah, win some other way.
Right. 1st and 10 for the Divas. 23 seconds left to go on the clock for the first half.
It's a new look. It's a doubles look for the Divas. There's a snap. Congialdi draws back. Throw to the big tight end, number 86. And she gets suplexed out of bounds. Should have kept her in bounds right there.
I definitely feel like now they're going to be talking smack. And 86.
Don't think she's used to that sort of treatment. Probably used to things a little less cordial.
I think she probably said something concerning a relative member from the Atlanta Phoenix.
What do girls say to each other?
With
With boys, it's always your mom.
unsportsmanlike on 86. They'll march back 15.
It's a dead ball foul, too. That sucks. Because now it's second down.
The terminology in that sucks. We don't call you the best reporter this side of the Mississippi. That was awesome. Sports announcers, Joe Buck. This sucks.
It's actually very fortunate for us.
Yes, it was.
This may be some of the momentum we need to carry into halftime.
I'll tell you one thing. If I'm them, I'm kneeling down and getting out of here, and I think that's what they're going to do. They do anything. Yep. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the layout for the halftime. We'll go away here for about 5-6 minutes, give you a chance to break. We'll throw some commercials up there. It is halftime. Our wonderful filmer will go ahead and go to the scoreboard, so if you ever come back in here, you can get an idea of how much time's left in the game or in halftime, so you can come back. So glad to have you with us. They're going to give us it on to the clock, and we'll get started here for the second half. I'm Bowman Mike with Adam Collins. This is Score Sports, live here at Osborne High School. Atlanta Phoenix football, Week 8. See you soon. It dropped down. You need to move it up. Nope. You can't see it. Give me a second, bud. Now go to the scoreboard, man. Go to the scoreboard. And do the clock. Zoom in a little bit more. All right, that's good. Leave it right there, man. Tell the boys, the two guys.
not just about coming out and winning games. It's about getting better. And it's about building your team, your organization, your sisterhood, and its fellowship.
One, two, three, football!
We want to have numbers, and we want to be competitive. I'm ready for my Kodak moment.
Turn and push in the back. That's a block in the back.
He's working on being driving that block. More than likely, it's not going to be called, so you have to get some technique about yourself. There's a reason why I got these coaches and these trainers and these experienced players. Fair enough? Sure? Everybody good? All right. All right. Anybody else? Another rules and myth before I go on to another.
It's where the ball at. So if that's the first down, I'm running, and I'm out, and they throw my flag, I got a first down.
Let's go! You know what the battles we go through in life?
Let's go, Trina. Come on, girl.
If I introduce lots of feedback right on it.
We're doing something that no one has ever done. We're at the 2016 Jamboree, and as you can see, we have great numbers. We have over 85 girls out here doing their thing, getting a lot of fundamentals.
Go ahead and get low. You won't have to look back. You can survive 15 minutes.
Heads.
Heads is called.
One, two, three, high word!
So your arm angle, your upper body stride dictate you go chin to pocket.
Stay right where you are. Got another 30-second drill. Yeah, come on.
Where's the football? Down.
1, 2, 3. Team gonna win it all this year. Game time.
Oh, what an awesome experience, awesome day, great talent out here. Want to see all these teams come out and represent.
I refuse to know. I will not be out with this. I am better than you, and I can prove it. This is the fourth quarter.
Can't do that.
The girls looked really good today. They brought a lot of intensity. They were definitely focused.
We need back, please. Every time.
Hello everybody, I'm Sherelle, also known as Sensei from Reloaded. The purpose of today's event is to pretty much keep, first of all, unity. We want to show that there is unity amongst the women's football team, no matter what team you're playing.
Misfits all day, baby.
I'm Norman Carter, USFTL Women's National Director. I'm out here at Osborne High School in Atlanta. We've got the Women's Flag Football Jamboree going on, put together by Mashonda Gilmore and Zerick Foster. It's a great opportunity for the women to get out here, learn the rules of the game, compete against other women, to get better experience, and to get in the groove with what's going on when their season starts next month. I've been enjoying some great play out here. The girls are actually out here playing like it's game day, like it's the playoffs, so everybody's putting everything into it.
Women's Flag Football, AWFL, #1, baby. Peace.
part of the family by following us on our social networks. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and be sure.
This is the story of four close friends dealing with the trials that a life can bring. You hear the stereotypes, but now you get to see, yeah, what it's really like on Studville TV.
If you like to do this, or that, or even that, and you want to get back at it, we've got your back. Or your shoulder, or your hip, or your knee. The sports medicine specialists at Emory Healthcare treat more world-class, professional, and college-level athletes than anyone else in the state.
What? Nah, they're going to hit because where's the Phoenix at? They just come out. Yeah, they'll go straight out. Yeah. Go ahead and get everybody ready. Start the clocks on this part. Let me know when you're ready, and I'll go live with you. But you just talk to your group first.
What's wrong with Otis? She broke her ankle?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to third quarter play here at Osborne High School. Live here at Osborne, the Atlanta Phoenix taking on the DC Divas of Washington, D.C., that is. 21-0 is the score. The Divas have definitely dominated the first half of the game with a very intense passing game, but also some very steadfast defense. Coach Collins, your thoughts of the first half?
Divas just really good job throwing the ball. The 3 touchdowns that they have, 2 of them we were there and just got out athleted. The other one was just a great throw.
It was a rifle. She took that thing. It was a 4th down and 15. The ball on the 30.
And realistically, be real honest, we're a big play team, and we've yet to make a big play.
And one thing that we have lived on a great deal throughout this season is our defensive play of our turnover and really swarming on that defensive ball. We have not been able to get pressure on the quarterback. They've been able to get the passes off. Yes, the refs have not been nice by no means, but, it's just part of the game in that situation. Looks like the Divas will be kicking off to start the third quarter. Atlanta will be receiving. Big play, big series for the Phoenix. A statement maker that's going to lead us into the playoffs, but these next 30 minutes is going to say a lot of how far we can make it deep into the Women's Football Alliance playoffs that start next week.
You really got to set the tone in the second half, and that's what this kickoff does. If you remember, the last kickoff they had was an onside kick.
And that's what we're going to see again.
And that's what we see again. And it's anybody's ball down there.
And looks like the Divas ball again. Probably should have looked over that footage and figured that part out. Hopefully we were able to recover it. Unknown at this point. But it is about who wants it more. It is going to be Atlanta Phoenix football.
That's Phoenix ball.
And there was a lot of movement, a lot of excitement pointing in the direction of D.C. So we're going to get the ball on the 45-yard line.
I think that might have been that old, it doesn't matter if we have it or not, point that way. Maybe the referee gets confused and gives you the ball.
Understood.
I've seen it happen before.
And with this crew, I think you could blow on them a certain way, and they'd be like, "Oh, it must be the ball that way." They are definitely changing concerning the wind.
Yeah, I'm waiting on somebody to tell them this is not the call you're looking for.
I did see them call double dribble once, and no icing.
Wow, that was a fantastic Nintendo game.
Double dribble?
Was double dribble Nintendo or was that computer?
No, I think that was computer. Nintendo. Back with the action. 1st and 10, ball on the 45.
Doubles, Longley in the gun with the back offset to her right-hand side. There's a snap. She drops it. She's scrambling. She scrambles to her left, and she's going to get wrapped up. Tries to make the best of a bad situation and run. She's having a real hard time with the snaps tonight.
Loss of about 3 yards on the play. Going to be 2nd down and could be 14.
Not a good start for the Phoenix here in the second half. Let's take a minute to thank some of our sponsors. Emory Sports Medicine Center, Cooper Global Chauffeur Transportation, the Atlanta Women's Flag Football League, Dream Medical, Studville TV, the Lynn Lewis Foundation, and Hardhead Pushing Sportswear.
2nd down and a long 14 for the Phoenix.
Slot right in the odd gun formation. Longolay drops back.
Oh,
kicks
got it
out
on
to
the
Toombs.
run.
She's got some room. She's
Big
got the
play.
edge.
Big play. All the way
She
down.
stutters.
To
And looks like she's going to go out about the 10-yard, and they're going to call it the 13.
No flags on the play. I tell you, that could have been picked off and ran the other direction, but instead they were able to.
I really thought it was about to be picked.
I did too, just based on my negativity.
Well, my viewpoint, where I was looking, I was like, oh, no. But, huge. That's the big play we've been waiting for. And no better time than right here at the beginning of the second half.
First down and 10, ball on the 12-yard line. Sorry for that camera movement real quick. I got us all kind of thought the world was falling. But Chicken Little is not in the house.
Slot right, split backs. There's a snap. Give off the right side. And she's met in the backfield.
Gain of about 1 yard.
I think that's going to be a loss of 1.
Loss of 1.
Loss of 1, gain of 1. Same, right?
Out to number 3, 1 yard loss, second down.
This is a really important possession.
Able to get some points out of this possession will be huge for the Phoenix. I don't want to call moral victories, but right now it's anybody's ball game. What you do in that first 7 minutes in the third quarter really sets the tone for the remaining part of the game. You get a touchdown here and a stop. It's definitely an opportunity to get the momentum shift.
Trips left, tied into the right-hand side. Longley takes a snap to give off the left side. And Toombs is met in the hole.
There is no movement whatsoever.
They're going to count that as a 3-yard loss.
I don't know how we can call that 3-yard loss, but
Now, I don't think she was initially met much further up than that. That's yet another horrible call. I'm really hoping I don't fall out this window.
If you do, I'll take up your mantle and state what's going on in the game,
Well, I
like the
appreciate
pro
that.
that you are.
I'll tell you what, this DC defense has just played really well this evening. I mean, the big thing, haven't given up big plays other than the one we just saw, and they tackle very well.
And they are very strong up front. The movement that they're able to push back on the offensive line is huge.
There's a snap. Longley looks right. She's got a man. She throws up. I'm not sure the receiver and the quarterback are on the same page there.
Now, it looked like it was one was thinking out, the other one was thinking in. It's going to be a 4th down and about 15. I almost feel like at this point, if we can kick an extra point, kick a field goal, get some points on the – God bless you. Get you some points on the board, it could be a positive thing.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I think maybe you let Williamson take a shot at it.
Because I definitely believe points is a good thing at this point. You didn't fall out of the window, did you?
No, I don't think so.
I heard some noise. I was hoping for the worst, expecting the best. Or is that the other way around?
Something like that.
Thank you all for tuning in to us tonight.
There's a snap. Longley drops, looks left.
She's got
a man. She throws.
She was
Just out of
wide
the reach of
open on the 10-yard line. Nobody was covering her on the backside.
It's hard. It's hard when things are not going well to not get in your head who you're going to throw the ball to, who you think might be your playmaker. And Toombs had just had a huge play, a few minutes ago.
And she didn't even look back to her right.
No.
She looked nothing but forward on that part. So I understand that. Once again, visit the World Football League. We'll be right back. They're going to start it back up. Here we go. That was like the speaker must be right there.
Yeah, it is.
Hopefully you enjoyed that song and they did not copyright violate us. Our speaker is right near us. It's 1st and 10 for the Divas.
Calling Gialdi in the gun. She takes a snap. She looks, throws it out to her left.
One
Sims
move
got
there.
it.
Let's go for the second. She's going to split it.
all the way up to about the 50-yard line.
I think that's Kentrina Wilson. I'm sorry, that's Deja Scott on the run. Really just nice run, little 3-yard pass, and
One of
got
those
some
quick
blockers out in
screens
front.
that she was able to make that first person move, and that was it.
She is shifty. I think I hear people plotting to murder the white hat.
I would say in the library with a
candlestick.
With a candlestick. Did enjoy that game.
Congialdi in the gun. There's a snap. It's an end around to number 83.
Able to get to the outside.
And luckily, we're able to catch her for only about a 5-yard gain.
And they ran for a mile, it felt like.
Yeah, that's one of those where you run forever and
You only get 5 yards. And sometimes just getting back to the line of scrimmage. If you can't close off that backside, that play's busted anyways. And we had 3 handoffs to begin with. What you giggling about? Did I say something? Or oh, yeah. The innuendos. Sorry about that there. Everybody's reversing, trying to figure out what I said, and I got my own giggles.
All right. DC lines up second and about 6. There's a snap. Just a quick ISO to the right side, to the left side. Got confused about which hand I'm thinking about. Looks like it's a first down. I mean, they're just really moving it up front. I will say.
Mike, hold on, man. Let me get my bearings. I can't stop laughing for a second. All right, here we go. First and 10 for the Divas.
There's a snap. Give to the left side.
She gets the
She's
corner.
got some room.
She did. She was
She's got
able
a
to
blocker
split.
out in front of her.
They're going to call holding on the defender, on the receiver, actually.
I'm really glad they called that. I did not see it, but I'm really glad they called it.
I'm able to watch it on my TV screen. You can watch it down here if you need to look at it on that screen right there.
No, I didn't see the hold, is what I'm saying.
No, I didn't see it. The hands were out there.
I don't know if maybe they're calling it because her arms left the plane of her body. That's typically, that's one of those things that you teach when your hands go outside the frame of your body. That's a hold. But that's very fortunate for the Phoenix because she was headed for the end zone.
She was. They're going to call touchdown. It was actually going to be on the defensive side of the ball. And
What
they're going
in
to
the
decline
world
it.
were they going to call right there? Were they going to call defensive holding? She was going to call defensive holding.
Definitely, that's what it feels like.
She did that last week. How do you call defensive holding on a run play? Anyway, Nealis lines up for the kick. And it's up and good.
And with roughly about 9 minutes left to go here in the third quarter, the DC Divas take a 28-0 lead. I'm Bo McMichael with Adam Collins. This is Score Sports. We'll be right back. See if that works. All right, Coach Collins, talk to me about how you handle a 28-0 deficit. It's the first they've experienced this all year. They are a 6-1 ball club. They're possibly 75% going to play this team again. Where is the motivation? What are you thinking? What are you able to do? Are you trying to prepare for next week? Are you cashing the chips in? What are you looking at this point?
Right here, I'm trying to put points on the board, but I'm not going to show anything new. I may pull some of my starters simply because another great onside kick by Nialis. Luckily, it's fielded
right around the 45-yard line by the Phoenix.
It's getting a little chippy out there. But right now, I'm probably going to talk to my players about, the frustration level, because everybody's frustrated when things are going this bad. A lot of times you have a breakdown. Players will start yelling at each other. Coaches will start yelling at each other. And you basically just lose all team cohesiveness. And you got to be able to do this next week.
Well, you got to be able to shake it off, and to the point of getting ready on Monday for the next week. It's a big week next week with the playoffs right around the corner. And granted, this game would have held a little bit more validity if we'd have beat the Carolina Phoenix when we went away and played them, if we'd have been undefeated.
There's a quick snap out of an empty look.
They're
going to call
a
a face mask because it was indeed a face mask. But they were up on that quick. Again, the defense is the DC Divas defense. I know that we've turned the ball over twice, but the interception was kind of a bad throw. However, the fumble got stripped out. I mean, they apparently DC Divas practiced the CPR, claw, punch, and rip. And it was just a big-time heads-up play by a defender.
Well, and we haven't had too many turnovers tonight.
Just 3.
Yeah. I mean, and they came ill-advised, and definitely early on.
Empty again for the Phoenix.
1st and 10, ball on the 45.
Motion comes across, give on a speed sweep.
No gain on the play.
It looks like we missed the defensive end right there. That's one of those things where you're coming around the edge. You have to block the edge on that one if you're not going to threaten with something else. Right there, something that I would love to see them do is maybe put in a wildcat and run that speed sweep and then have the QB power coming off of it.
Well, the bad thing is the speed that DC is able to produce on the corners. I would say that the only opportunity they have is up the middle or inside the hashes. And right now they're not able to get too much of a push offensively.
Well, we typically make our money off tackle. There's a toss, and again, they're all over the top of it.
They are.
I mean, they were there when she got the ball.
No blocking going on that.
They were there when Toombs got the ball. They were on top of her. Unfortunately, right now, this offensive line that we rave about, week in and week out, currently looks like a sieve. I mean, it's just leaks everywhere.
Well, if they do get to 35 points, it could turn into a running clock here in the fourth quarter. Right now, I'd like to see some scoring by the Phoenix. I do not like to see a goose egg. I like to know that this offense can produce and get themselves ready for the round 1 of the playoffs.
Well, you got to build something. You got to have something positive to build on. Doubles look.
Incomplete pass.
Throw. Kind of an arid pass. Just misses its target.
Now realize if you can't get enough of Bo and Adam, we'll be back on the air, but in a different format. We'll be handling some semi-pro football the rest of the year. And hopefully we'll be able to bring you some action live on YouTube. So if you haven't had an opportunity to check us out on Twitter, Score Sports 58, please do on Saturday nights. This will be our last game televised for the Atlanta Phoenix, but we might be in action next Saturday. Who knows where the road will take us?
Hopefully not to Prattville.
Nah, I'd like to stay in the state of Georgia, please. The drive home's as rough as it is from Osborne. 4th down and long for the Phoenix.
There's a snap. Longley drops, looks to her right. She's going to be overthrown.
More of a chunk and go. She's having a hard time hitting her opponents. You know, I'm not one to say from a turning point to the game, but that 4th down play that when we were 4th down and 4, ball on the 15-yard line going in the second quarter was definitely a, hey, what was going on, you know, on that part. And
I hate to disagree with coach's calls simply because that's a really hard job.
It is. It is.
You know, one of my favorite guys in the world, although I'm not a Georgia fan, I am a Vince Dooley fan. And I was talking to Vince Dooley one time, and he told me, he said, to be continued.
1st and 10, DC Divas take over on the 45.
There's a snap. It's a quick give to the right side.
Looks like
met
we have
in the hole.
A ball on the ground, flags everywhere.
There's flags everywhere.
Do we have a new quarterback on the field for the Divas, number 21?
Indeed we do.
Number 8 was normally the quarterback, correct? 6.
Trying to wait to see what this is. They're going to call it a fumble? I know somebody brought the wood up in the hole right there, but
was able to strip that ball away.
But there was like 27 flags that flew out, so.
Face mask on the Phoenix. 2 face masks on the Phoenix, or he was giving us a double shot of his baby love. Maybe.
Anyway, Coach Dooley looks at me and he says after they lost the game to Clemson in 1981, and Clemson would eventually go on and win the national championship, the AD came to him and said, you know, hey, why didn't you give the ball to Herschel? And he said, let's just start with, you've had a week and a half to think about it. I had about 10 seconds.
1st and 10, ball on the 40.
Divas bring motion across to the right-hand side. It's a speed, look like a
ball
speed
on
sweep.
The ground this time.
And that's going to be a Phoenix ball. That's great.
Turnover. DC Divas fumble the ball. Phoenix able to recover. Big change. Finally seeing some turnovers on the defense.
Looks like Shields came up with that ball.
Now I will state that it does feel like that they changed a little bit and brought in some second-tier players for the Divas.
Yeah, this is a new group on defense.
And they were able to shut them down fairly quick. So we'll see how successful he can be on offense right now.
No, maybe not. There's 58.
She's playing middle linebacker right now.
She's a big linebacker. She's 5'7", 215.
I don't want to hit her. I'm good. I'm up here in the press box for a reason. I enjoy my crystals.
That sounds wonderful. Hot, small square, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
There's a toss to Toombs. She's coming around the right side. She's got some room.
Split them. Split them.
Stay out. Stay out. She's got the edge. Oh, no, she was not out right there.
All the way down to about the 44-yard line of the Divas.
According to Phantom Face Mask. I don't think she was out right there. You would have thought she'd have been in a position to make that call, but I don't think so.
Well, the nice thing is they're going to be able to give them a lot to look at, whether it's Pittsburgh or Divas for next week. The one thing that's nice about Atlanta is their solid defense at this point. I know they've given up 4 scores tonight, but in different formats.
Yeah, but they've all been big plays.
They have.
There's a snap. Deep give to Longley. Green almost looks like she's dazed. She wasn't moving. She didn't move on the snap of the football. She looked surprised.
The
fullback.
Oh, yeah. Even to the point that Toombs kind of got caught off guard.
She ran into her.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talk about concussion protocol. We might ought to run concussion protocol right there.
She's definitely taking a breather.
Yeah, there's no time to take plays off right now.
No.
We'll have to keep an eye on her. I think they put Searcy in for Toombs. Try to give Toombs a little bit of a break. There's a snap. Longley throws it out to the right-hand side. Got a blocker out in front of her.
Face mask?
I think that's Smith. Yeah, that's Ramia Smith right there, number 13.
Clock is running. We're under 5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. It's 9:45 Eastern Standard Time. Glad to be with you here at Osborne High School. I'm Bowman Michael with Adam Collins, Matthew Lee here on the camera. We're Score Sports. This is Atlanta Phoenix football. Week 8 of Women's Football Alliance. Down by 28. A short 3rd down and 1 for the Phoenix.
I think it's the give to Green or off tackle to Searcy.
They're loading everybody up in the box. If they could do a pop pass, I'd pay $5. I don't want to go to the outside.
Searcy.
Oh, she can't get outside.
She's going to take a loss of about 4 or 5 yards.
If we're going to do a quick pitch, then we do a quick pitch. We don't do a toss. Sorry, Coach Montgomery. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
But yeah, you're right. A tight end pop pass.
They bringing everybody in the world.
They're running the 9-1-1 defense there. It seems like
they're running the punt block defense every play.
Yeah, like when you thought it was for short yardage, you run punt block like on Madden.
Yeah, I Tecmo, Super Bowl Tecmo, man. Just line them up.
Punt block, baby.
You get past that next level, that's my punt return is going to catch you.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Trips to the right-hand side. High backfield on 4th and about 5. There's a snap. Deep handoff to Toombs, and she's met at the line of scrimmage.
Changeover on downs for the Phoenix. Toombs is taking a breather. He is going to hop up.
Toombs is actually.
Look where they spot the ball.
Spots have been terrible.
How can you spot the ball on the 31 or on the 36-yard line when she was tackled on the 39-yard line?
Toombs actually has well over 800 yards rushing this in the season this year and 11 touchdowns. She's critical to the success of this ball club, and she's down right now.
With that, we're going to throw our sponsors up on there. She is going to hop off. Hopefully she will take a breather and either join us back or take some time and get ready for the playoffs next Saturday. We'll be on the road next Saturday, either against the Pittsburgh Passion up in Pittsburgh or heading up to D.C. to play these Divas again with a different outcome.
I really wish we could go to D.C. That'd be a fun trip.
I would be. You know, and if we were what we call rich, I mean, you go up there and enjoy ourselves. We take a day trip up there.
I like D.C.
Oh, I do too.
I go every other year.
Now, if my wife was listening on the phone right now, I mean, listening on the thing, she'd be like, I don't think you and Adam are going up there. We could leave on Friday, enjoy ourselves, hang out on Saturday. We'll call it a date. 1st and 10, ball on the 36-yard line.
Motion comes across from the left. So give on a zone.
Well, it's definitely a second-string offensive back and front line.
I will tell you, though, these plays that we're getting 2 and 3 yards, now it's 6 and 7. You know, the offensive line just really starts to weigh on a D-line, especially a defensive line that's been stuck out there. How many big games have we seen in the last 2 years where the defense just gets stuck out there for too many plays?
Yeah, and you're tired.
Alabama, quite possibly one of the greatest defenses in the history of college football. You just can't leave them out there that long. There's a snap, a give, and we brought everybody and their brother and met her in the backfield. There's a Diva down. I think we should employ the drag her off the field strategy here.
I never watched that part of the video. But if you ever want to catch something up when a team begins to cramp and what everything begins to happen, that was quite humorous.
That you can't actually drag people off the field. Looks like they're working on tunes on the sideline. That's not a good sign. But at this point, it's 28-0. If I'm the head coach, she's probably going to sit for the rest of the game. Simply knowing that we're going to need her next week. The defense has managed to hold up really well despite the absence of Carla Odom. That was Whitney Sims who was down right there for the Divas. And she looks like she's going to get up and walk off under her own power. Maybe got the breath knocked out of her.
Could have been.
They got everybody and their brother came through the hole right there.
It's going to be a second down or a third down. Third down in about 4 yards. 2 minutes and 23 seconds left to go here in the third quarter.
Kendra Bates back waiting on the snap. There's a snap, and she
Ball
drops
on the
it.
ground. Loss of about 7 yards. Going to be about 4th and 10, 4th and 11 for the Divas.
There's a Diva helmet rolling around if the play's over. They're going to have to send somebody else in. It's going to bring up about 4th and 10. Looks like they're going to come out and punt it. Phoenix is going to drop back in the punt return formation. Nialis waits on the snap. It's almost over her head. And I think okay, they're going to call.
Legal procedure.
Thank you. I had a brain malfunction.
Malfunction junction is your
conjunction junction.
Conjunction junction. Can'ts and nots. Can't.
Don't.
Cannot.
Is don't.
Do and don't.
Do not. Yeah.
Do not.
Won't. White.
4th and 15. All right there, English major. Before the Divas. Minute remains in the third
There's
quarter.
There's a snap, and it's a floater. We almost get there.
She's going to, it's returnable. Takes
it
up.
We catch it.
Good stiff arm. She returns
I think
directions.
That's London. She's still going.
It's still going on. 40-yard line. I do believe there's somebody in the audience that would like to know what might be going on out there.
Yeah, I think he disagrees with the strategy on that one.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a little bit of slow the second half. Appreciate you staying with us. For those people over in D.C., glad you're able to join in with us. No multiple camera angles tonight. Cameras brought to you by one person only, Mr. Matthew Lee. Doing a great job hanging out of a window, bringing you footage. No tickling will occur. It's 1st and 10 for the Phoenix. Ball on the roughly 40-yard line going out. 35 seconds remain in the third quarter. Then we only have 15 minutes left of regular season action here for Atlanta Phoenix.
Let's see if we can't put something together right here. Aguilera comes up under center. It's a new look. Motion comes across. It's the speed sweep.
Cut it up. She was looking for it, could not get outside.
Sometimes you got to trust your speed right there to know that if they have to meet you at the sideline, they're still 4 yards.
Able to get about 2 yards on that play. No, a long one on that play.
Let's take a minute to thank our sponsors: Emory Sports Medicine Center, Cooper Global Chauffeur Transportation, the Atlanta Women's Flag Football League, Dream Medical, Studville TV, the Lynn Lewis Foundation, and Hard Head Pushing Sportswear.
We thank everybody to be able to support here Atlanta Phoenix football as we head into the fourth quarter of play. This is Score Sports. I'm Bo McMichael, Adam Collins. We'll be right back. Started the fourth quarter here.
Longley looks left. She's got Ramia Smith just out of her reach. Smith had a little trouble getting up. I can't tell if she's cramping or actually something's wrong. She's able to pop up, trying to regather herself. I don't know if maybe she fell funny.
Well, it was definitely a quarter of zeros across the board. No team scored. I felt like we had a little bit, if we were doing a boxing match, I would give that quarter to the Phoenix in the sense that they did not allow any scoring, but also I felt like that we hung out on our side of the field most of the quarter. We had our opportunity after a really good drive in the first part of the third quarter, just not able to capitalize for any points.
Longley takes snap, looks left, and yeah, that's a backwards pass.
It is a backwards pass.
These cats aren't. I didn't catch that. Did you? Did you catch that last comment, Bo?
No, I did not.
Oh, let's go, Katie. That's a bad sign when the punter has fans. I've been where they're at right now, and it is tough sledding right now. Williamson gets surprised by the snap. And Williamson was not at all ready.
But she was able to get it off all the way down to about the 31-yard line.
And the fans seem to like it. I'm guessing that's Katie's dad or boyfriend. One or the other.
Could just be one of those crazy uncles.
Quite possibly. Everybody's got one.
Yes, we do.
I've got about 4.
I'm usually the one that is the crazy uncle, so I understand. Fourth quarter. Start of a Divas first drive on the 31-yard line going out.
All right, here we go. First and 10 Divas. 14 minutes and 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's a snap, drop, throw to the big tight end, broken up.
Good hands on the play from the linebackers of the Phoenix.
Really thought she might catch that one. She got her hands on it. I think the Divas are trying to take this opportunity to really try to work their second string quarterback. Kendra Bates, a quarterback for the Divas. There's a snap. Bates gives it off quick and met in the backfield like we were at the mesh point there. We almost took the handoff.
Almost. Would have been nice.
Yeah. Because that's one of those things we just really need something to swing our way. Too hot.
Are you singing me some songs? All right there. Hang in there.
My kids love this song.
I appreciate you blaming your kids for your...
My Bruno Mars test?
Yes. We've definitely hit the Bruno Mars section of the game.
There's a snap. Looking out to the right side. Big tight end's got the ball. Brought down quickly. Nice tackle.
All the way down to I got back to the line of scrimmage, it looks like, all the way back to the 30-yard line. It's going to be a 4th down and about 11 or 10.
All right. Looks like the Divas are going to go ahead and punt. Probably a wise decision. I imagine they're going to be rather conservative for the rest of the game, with the game seemingly in hand.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, definitely keep in touch on Atlanta Phoenix Twitter page to see how they handle the first round of the playoffs next Saturday, June 10th. They'll be on the road, either taking on the Pittsburgh Passion or these own Divas of D.C.
Nealis back to punt. There's a snap. And we got really close that time. And it's popped up out of bounds.
Okay, she's going to say that the ball went out on the 45 or the 42 or the 46. Can't necessarily understand that based on that the ball just didn't suddenly hang a right to go out of bounds.
It took one of those JFK turns.
It was the magic football theory.
The single football theory. Actually, I heard somebody talking about the JFK assassination the other day on the radio, and I was really disgruntled because they don't believe the single bullet theory.
Well, it's a hard. You have to make a couple options. We're going to get to some historical jibber jabber, and we might need to do that on the way home driving. Hence, that you went through that whole the dinosaurs are the size of dogs, and nobody's ever found a bone larger, and that just blew me away.
I told you I did not know that to be fact.
I was what we call befuddled and stumbled by that quote. It's like the old lunar Mars landing is actually taking place in Arizona from a toy car.
No, the last stage we did was the moon landing.
Okay. All right. I'm not going there. I'm not even packing a lunch or anything. Timeout on the Phoenix. Oh, the timeout. Coach Montgomery should not have called timeout. We're in the middle of talking about the staging of the lunar landing. If they did, it's one heck of a job.
I think it could be rather easily done. Now the dinosaur thing, I totally believe that dinosaurs existed. I think the timeline's all wrong, and the possible size is wrong.
I've seen Jurassic Park. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that analogy. I watched what was the Skull Island, you know. I'm okay with all those things, you know.
I understand.
So it doesn't take much to the simple-minded man that I am, you know.
Well, as a history teacher, these are things I ponder.
I keep eating Reese's Pieces hoping to meet E.T., so that's what I go with.
You know, that may actually happen.
That I've eaten enough Reese's Pieces, I can see E.T.
I'm pretty sure that's one of their contests. All right, the Phoenix come out and
Ball on the 45. And it's the song that never ends. It goes on and on, my friends.
Oh, I guess they're going to call him the quarterback because she had her hands underneath.
And then took them back out.
Yeah. Because I was about to say, you can't call it on somebody stepping backwards. You can't do that. As long as it's only one person at a time. I'm not sure he knows that, though. There's a snap. Quick toss to the left. Met in the backfield, and it's going to be about a 3 or 4 yard loss.
Once again, the outside is not our friend tonight. We're not able to get to the corners to open up any particular lane. And granted, they ran it to the short side of the field too, which is always something that's a plus when you're trying to run the sweep, because you feel like you got more of an opportunity to get ahead on a helmet.
Well, if you're going to try to work the perimeter right there, it's got to happen fast, and the toss just develops too slowly.
Well, especially if Toombs is not in the backfield, it's hard to look at that particular type of toss.
Yeah, not to take anything away from the other backs.
No.
Most of them are larger, but just not the same kind of quickness.
They're more of a north and south runners, not an east and west.
There's a snap. Longalay looks left, and yeah, she tackled her while the ball's in there. I'm not sure you can do that. But there's no such thing as defensive holding.
No, there's not. It's not an automatic first down either. It's going to be 3rd down and roughly 20 yards to go for the Phoenix. It's been a rough game, 28-0 here in the 4th quarter. We have definitely seen all sorts of football here at Osborne this spring. We saw a game that was asked to end at halftime. We watched another game hang in there all the way to the 4th quarter, and they get called because of a serious injury. And then last week, we saw a pretty decent game up until about the 4th quarter, and then it got carried away.
There's a snap. Deep handoff on the right side, off tackle. Got some room. Motoring. Nice run.
All the way down to roughly about the...
Well, it's 4th and manageable.
It's definitely 4th manageable. 4th and 3, 4th and 4 at this point.
Man, what a huge run. Nice big play for the Phoenix. Let's see if we can't convert right here. Backfield. They might be going back the same place. And they do. It's off tackle, and there's a flag.
Should be a holding call. It's going to be declined.
Going to be a turnover on downs right there. Fullback seems perturbed, like maybe she had kicked somebody out, and the back should have turned up. As a lineman, I can understand this frustration.
Turnover on downs. 1st down and 10. Ball on the 48-yard line for the Phoenix, or for the Divas. Next week, we head into playoff action. There'll be a total of, as you can see on the screen, a total of 3 weeks of action, leading all the way to July 22nd, where the World's Football Bowl will take place in Pittsburgh. Should be very exciting. Looking forward to hearing about it, watching it, seeing what the outcome is after seeing these ladies in action over the past 8 weeks. 1st and 10 for the Divas. Ball on the 47-yard line.
Slot left. Bates in the gun. There's a snap. She looks left. Quick swing pass. They get it out there. Quickly brought down by the Phoenix. Nice defensive play. Let's take a minute to thank our sponsors for this evening. Emory Sports Medicine Center, Cooper Global Chauffeur Transportation, the Atlanta Women's Flag Football League, Dream Medical, Studville TV, the Lynn Lewis Foundation, and Hard Head Pushing Sportswear. This is one of those games where you're on the sideline and you're just, you're down by 28. Things just aren't going well. And my only thought as a coach was run, clock, run.
That and let's get injury-free, getting ready for the playoffs.
Can we just get out of here? And you know what? If I'm in the situation on the other side of the field, I'm at the exact same thought process. Run, clock, run. Let's get out of here without anybody getting hurt. There's a snap. Met in the backfield. I'm pretty sure that was Shields. She's a permanent resident of the backfield. Nice play. 3rd and about 15 for the Divas. I'm thinking screen right here, but they might be more conservative than that. Been very impressed with the passing game. Divas come to the line, slot left. In the gun, Bates waits a snap. Sends it back in motion to the left-hand side. Looks right, throws it up to the big tight end. She goes up, but she only got one down. There's a flag in the backfield. I'm not sure if that's a hold or not. Personal foul on the Phoenix. I missed that. I think that might have been roughing the passer. That would make sense.
Right around the 8-minute mark here in the fourth quarter.
So it's going to be a first down for the Divas.
Their first substantial drive of the second half. Definitely getting to territory of the Atlanta Phoenix.
Well, he did start the clock. That's good.
We are at the 10-minute or 10 o'clock time period here in Atlanta, Georgia.
There's a snap.
Oh, almost met it. She was able to break loose,
we were
though.
at the mesh point, but this turns out to be a big play.
Ball on the
Ball's
ground.
out. And, of course, it's recovered by the Divas because that's just how this night is gone.
All the way down to the 19-yard line for DC.
Oh, I really thought we might have had something right there. Just a little stroke of good fortune. But that was not the case.
Seven minutes and counting. 1st and 10. Ball on the 19 for the Divas. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Glad you're able to stay with us and tolerate our wonderful voices.
Bates under center. Divas have gone to the eye. There's a snap. Deep handoff. Oh! Nothing doing right there.
Okay, why are you going to belly up against her?
Well, that's just low class.
Come on, take the tackle.
You're running the ball. People are going to hit you.
It's called tackle football.
Christina Burton didn't like it. Tackle made right there by Tania Carlton. Big time play.
So you're able to fill the hole, wrap up, and take the tackle.
Again, if you run the ball, people are going to hit you. That's kind of how that works.
Against the offense, 15-yard penalty.
Somebody needs to tell Skippy to stay put right there.
He thought about going.
There you go. Not a baby.
What happened to the other chain guy, wire visor and red tank top guy in play?
They're just taking chain volunteers. I think it's actually a prize. It's chain guy of the week.
Makes me want to sing. That's the sound of the men working on the chain gang. Whoa, whoa.
Chain gangs are hard to find, I'm sure to tell you.
Definitely in 2017. 2nd down and a mile for the Divas.
Okay. They go from the gun to the eye. Bates takes a snap, and looks like people were started early.
And if you haven't had a chance to hear our audience member below us, he is definitely excited about the false start.
Yeah, it's a rather animated crowd.
It is. We're definitely right below it.
Okay, I'm going to apologize for the music in advance. Actually, I can shut the window again.
They're not blaring it too bad on that part. Makes me want to sing and dance.
Two of my favorite things in this world to do.
Sing and dance?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I definitely love a good song. I'm going through my Adele phase, though, here in my 40s, and I'm trying to work through it. I just can't sometimes. Second down and long, 25 it looks like. Maybe 30.
Oh, no, I can't count that well, so. They say snap, looks to the right-hand side.
Oh, she going to toss it deep. I'm going to. The audience, or the crowd, wants to know why they're not intercepting that ball. Matthew, can you tell us why they're not? He shakes it off. We don't call him the best third cameraman twice removed for no reason at all.
I will say that the Phoenix hasn't done a very good job of playing the ball in the air tonight.
Well, I'm impressed even with the 28-0 score. There were definitely some adjustments in the second quarter that couldn't get them past. Once you go 3 scores deep, it's hard to come back.
It's hard
anyways.
to come back from. That's usually where I feel comfortable. If I have a 3-score lead, I feel comfortable.
I just begin to have flashbacks about 28-3, so I can't really feel comfortable with 3-score lead. But okay, here we go. Legal procedure.
I think she was going to ask somebody something.
On the Divas.
She had a question.
I'll give you a side note. One time I jumped off sides, and I raised up, and I said, hey, wasn't the snap count on such and such? They were like, yeah, but we changed it. You forgot. And I got back down in my stance, and the quarterback continued to call the play, and the whole defense was freaking out, trying to figure out why didn't they call the play? I mean, why aren't they calling me off sides? Because I jumped up. I mean, I didn't move my feet because I'm not a fast person. I get to the sideline. The coach thought I was trying to change the play at the line of scrimmage because it looked like I was changing the play.
Yep, the old center audible.
Yes. Toss
pitch
sweet.
out to the right side. And
going
I'm pretty
nowhere.
sure everybody on the Phoenix defense got in on that one.
Clock is still running.
It's getting a little chippy. A lot of people getting upset.
Yep, right around the 4-minute mark. We're going to be coming to a close here tonight. And I want to say thank you so much, Atlanta Phoenix, for bringing us out over the past roughly about 4 years here. We've been able to air consecutively. This is our past 2 years where me and Coach Adam Collins have been able to bring the game to you live commentary-wise. We've definitely improved our setup. Unfortunately, tonight, the ignorance of the owner and operator of Score Sports limited that. We apologize.
Yeah, that guy.
And we'll fire him a couple times over. Forgot a key component needed to give us a multi-camera angle. But, hey, we were still able to get you an angle nonetheless for able to watch the games. Great thinking on Matthew Lee's part. 4th down, they're going to be punting by the Divas.
Yeah, I was looking to punt. Gets a snap. That went through Shields' arms. Like, split her hands.
Okay. It was a horrible spot. The ball went out like on the 29-yard line, and she knocks it on the 26. I want to give her free hugs. Either that or buy her a QT hot dog. I do enjoy a QT hot dog.
That is what people say.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I go on too many dates.
Do you go on too many dates?
But I can make them stay. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
My kids also love this song.
The only thing I can think of is that police officer that got himself caught doing that.
My mom bought Carson a karaoke machine for Christmas.
Okay.
And he loves it.
Oh, I bet. Because, I mean, the haters are going to hate.
I don't think she understands that he needs to be able to read the karaoke machine. Because he's 4 and he doesn't quite read yet.
Well, he needs to pick up the pace.
There's a snap. Give off the right side. She's met immediately, but fights through 2 or 3 tackles.
For about a 3-yard gain. We do appreciate you tuning in with us each night. Thank you all for your support for Atlanta Phoenix football as we come to a close of the 2017 season. Getting ourselves ready for the 2018, expecting big things for our company, Score Sports, to help Atlanta Phoenix be all they can be and hopefully improve our viewership. Love to see the numbers exceed even what we are seeing now. But great numbers out tonight watching the game, though.
Second and about 7 for the Phoenix. There's a snap. Longley looks. Comes back left.
Interception.
And it's intercepted.
She's going to take it to the
down
house.
The sideline. That's going to. Oh, my word. All right. Well, that's behind the ball. You might should have thrown the flag there.
But she wasn't looking for that. The only thing she was looking was watching that. They weren't watching the back, blocking behind the back.
Where is the white hat that's trailing?
They're not. Hopefully she's
okay. Why would he not be trailing where the ball was? Because that is unsportsmanlike to block behind the ball like that. It's also a very, very dumb thing to do. Simply because if there is a flag thrown, what you did was absolutely pointless and in no way assisted the play, and now it comes back. Luckily for the Divas, Phantom face mask was on this side, and she doesn't see much of anything.
34-0, setting up for the extra point.
I'm just hoping at this point that the Phoenix member who's down is okay. I'm just really glad this evening that we have Emory Sports Medicine Center here on staff that's been able to assist with all the injuries that have occurred this evening. Also like to thank Cooper Global Chauffeur Transportation, the Atlanta Women's Flag Football League, Dream Medical, Studville TV, the Lynn Lewis Foundation, and Hard Head Pushing Sportswear.
We will take a little moment here and be right back with you. I'm Bo McMichael with Adam Collins. This is Score Sports TV. They can bring their stuff into this room, have them bring them back into this room. And then Linda and Brandon, because we're going to be done here in a minute. They won't call the game, but 2 minutes and yeah. Just to give an update, we're still in a injury timeout. Didn't really want to give that. We have an injured Phoenix player on the field with roughly about 2 minutes left to go in the game. On the block back on the Divas when they were returning the ball for the touchdown. Did increase the score to 34-0. Don't know what they'll do at this point, if they'll finish the game out or call it. We've had certain situations like this happen before. The main thing is her safety. But we'll stay with you during this time period and give you updates as time goes on. They are checking on her, making sure she is okay. So
really
definitely
surprised that
go
we
ahead.
haven't seen anything show up yet.
No, not at this point. We do have the medical team out there at this. I know they're probably doing their best to get the uniform off to see if she's okay. And in situations like that, when she fell, it could be anything from a separated shoulder to being knocked out.
Yeah, if it's the shoulder, you need to go ahead and just cut the uniform off.
And that's what I almost feel like they're doing at this point. That she landed on her shoulder.
Yeah, she crashed hard on that.
Yeah.
On that looked like their right shoulder. I mean, she just got cleaned up. She never even saw the girl
No,
coming.
didn't even see it coming.
And she had no chance at making the tackle.
No.
Yeah, this is a rough, tough game and to be played by rough, tough people. But I will say that blocking behind the ball.
Oh, it's just a frustrating thing. Nothing worse than when watching somebody run down the field and then people looked for peel back blocks for that particular reason. Okay, they were able to get the face mask off.
Yeah, I saw him go out there with a screwdriver.
So if it's the face mask, then we're talking different. We're talking about a neck injury.
Maybe loss of consciousness.
Trying to make sure they can get to her.
I'm surprised that the Emory team doesn't have a C-spine that they could, C-collar, that they could go ahead and slap on her. But I don't know if maybe they'd rather wait on an ambulance.
Looks like they are going to be cutting off the jersey at this point.
I mean, I'm really surprised the officials haven't gone ahead and said, hey, there's 2 minutes left. We're going to – I mean, are they even talking to the coaches yet?
No, I think most of our coaches are very concerned about the players right now. We got Coach Montgomery on the 40 dealing with his coaches. And then realistically, the owner of the team is down on the field dealing with the player at this point. Well, we'll stay here so you can see what's going on this part. We'll be right back.
All right, we're back. Still in this injury timeout, though. Really worried about this player who's down. Haven't really been able to see who it is. It looks like the coaches from both teams have kind of gone out to the middle of the field. I would venture a guess that this game is going to be called with 28-0 score and 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the game. That seems like the practical thing to do, again, because your big concern is this player's safety. The referees are now joining the coaches in the center of the field. I feel confident that that's what they're doing right now is they're going to go ahead and call the game. That is what would be in good taste. Congratulations to the DC Divas. I really hate to see the game end like this. As we talked about before, when a game gets lopsided like this, the thoughts on both sidelines are run, clock, run, and can we get out of here without anybody getting hurt or thrown out? That's always the concern. And unfortunately for the Phoenix, it doesn't look like that we're going to get out of here without some injury. Player's still down. It almost looks like they're trying to cover something up. I wonder if it's a broken arm. All we can do sitting up here is speculate. We're not going to be that group that sends a camera over there just because that's rude for one thing. But oftentimes when it's an injury, you'll cover it up just so the player themselves can't see it because sometimes it looks kind of gruesome. If they have called a bust, though, they seem to be taking their sweet time. So we'll just sit here and wait and see what's going to happen. It looks like the Divas are meeting with their coaches.
We do have several conversations with the referees and the coaching staff of the Atlanta Phoenix.
I just can't believe they missed that. It seemed like that somebody that would have been trailing the action would have seen that. Because it is what I would classify as unnecessary roughness and unsportsmanlike conduct simply because, again, it's behind the ball. It's a bonehead play. When I coached middle school ball, one of the things we always taught them was do not block behind the football.
No, it's definitely one of those ones that nothing really good can come out of it. I've never seen any, hey, that guy could have caught the ball. There was no angle to be able to do that. But in all honesty, it's one of those games at this point, it was definitely individuals that have not been in the game before from the defensive side. So everybody was trying to get their own little time in the spotlight. Unfortunately, in this case, an injury occurred, the one thing that we did not necessarily want to see.
It's a very rough game, and stuff like this worries me. The National Federation of High Schools has currently changed some rules. One of the new rules this year is you cannot hit a player unless they can see you. I don't know how they plan to enforce that.
Yeah, it's going to be a hard one. Well, it's the same thing with targeting in different areas as well. Yeah.
But I do think that high school football, for safety's sake, is probably going to become an area where there is instant replay and all these sorts of things for referees. My fear is always that a lot of people don't know this, but once upon a time they were going to outlaw football because it was too rough.
Right. And
now, the hot topic is concussions, and it is dangerous. But these guys that are suing the National Football League, the very idea they didn't know that beating your head up against something is eventually going to take a toll.
Right.
That seems insane. But, everybody wants the game to be safe for players. So, again, as soon as we know something, you'll know something. Yeah, we're just waiting. Of course, anything that we say up here is simply speculation. We're just word for the young lady that's downstairs on the ground. We would like to take a minute to thank our sponsors, Emory Sports Medicine Center, the Cooper Global Chauffeur Transportation, the Atlanta Women's Flag Football League, Dream Medical, Studville TV, the Lynn Lewis Foundation, and Hard Head Pushing Sportswear. And it looks like our heroes have just arrived. The fire department is on site, and they brought a board. I would venture a guess that they're taking precautions, as they often do with football injuries, to go ahead and secure the neck and the spine. And then they're going to transport her out of here. They still have left time on the clock, so they may be planning to finish the game. I'm not sure. Again, I think that that's a little ridiculous with this little time left. Although games oftentimes do get delayed, but this is not a simple delay. The game is essentially over and out of reach in one respect. I'd like to tell you what they're doing, but I have no clue.
We're going to go ahead and make an executive decision to go ahead and cut it loose at this point. Please touch base with the Atlanta Phoenix football family. We will not go ahead and continue the telecast at this point. For those individuals who want to know the outcome and hopefully that she will be okay, please check in. They will always give certain announcements and so forth. The final score is 34-0. 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. We will go ahead and cut loose. Thank you all very much for a wonderful Week 8 2017 football season here at Osborne High School. I'm Bowman Mike with Adam Collins. This is Score Sports, Atlanta Phoenix football. Have a great night. Be safe. Get ready for the playoffs, Phoenix. Here we go.